to have been able to make it, and we're here. We're here. There was a way I wanted to start this live stream this morning, but I realized that I'm going to start it off with a little bit more positivity. All right. It says, yes, you're in a great mood lately. Yes, guys. Like, it's very stressful, guys. Everyone thinks that just because you're rich, that when you have big payments coming up, that it's not going to be stressful. Look, you got 400,000 and they want 200 grand, and the 200 grand goes, you ain't feeling too hot. Yeah, you still have 200 grand, but you ain't feeling too hot. You got to make that thing go gut you. Right. So it's a little bit tough. But once you commit to a decision and you know that there's no turning back, that's where I start to feel that comfort. And so nothing is going to beat the stress level of the first FX summit. Because all of the deposits are non-refundable, which means we're taking this risk. If it doesn't work out, the money's gone. So it's really a gamble, kind of diving off the deep end. The first one was by far the most stressful, because I looked at my guys and said, fellas, this is it. If this thing doesn't work out, we are down in the drain deep, and we have to start all over again our entire lives. But luckily, not even luckily, like, we knew exactly why this event was so important, and we were willing to see it through all the way. And of course, it ended up being wildly successful, as it should have been. So now, same exact level. I was stressed out. Now we're no longer stressed out. We put down the deposit on the summit location. Now we're just figuring out some logistics so that we can get the show on the road. Got a ton of people watching the stream this morning. Good morning if this is your first stream. My name is Roy Dunya. I'm your host, full-time day trader, former wealth manager, former U.S. licensed broker dealer, and right now NAS100 slayer. No, that was whack. I'm going to try that one again. I'm going to give myself a better nickname. If you guys want to give me a nickname, throw it in the comment section. Put something in the chat box if you guys are alive. If you're driving or you're at work and you're going to get fired, don't worry about typing in the chat. If you're sitting there with nothing to do, you're scrolling through Facebook Marketplace at work already, you're sitting in traffic with nothing to do, throw a couple messages in the chat. Let me know that you guys are alive, right? There's a live chat for you guys. Chart Addicts members, we were just talking about what the market was doing. We're up close to 1% on the Ever Blue Challenge. Shout out to Matt Charts again for giving us this Ever Blue Challenge. Whoever doesn't have their mic muted, who is it? Oh, that's my boy. All right, I'm gonna give you a pass, my friend. This is my guy. I can't even be mad at this. I told you guys I can't make Karan mad, because me and him used to go to high school together. So he might just expose me. He might be like, yo, Roy, this is what Roy used to look like back in high school. So I'm telling you guys, there's certain people in my life. They got that Roy privilege. He said, no coffee this morning. That's not true. I actually have some tea here, but I'm not even going to lie. I'm trying to get a sponsorship from Bang Energy. Now, I heard some positive news, some negative news. And before we go through Forex and live market news, before I talk to you guys about the impending recession that's coming next year, before we talk about the impending housing crisis that will inevitably follow the recession and how we can all take advantage of this wealth transfer that will be happening these next 2 years, I do want to talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart. Bang Energy has just been bought out by the Coca-Cola Corporation. I don't like Coca-Cola. I think that they're a degenerate company. I think that they have led to one of the biggest crises in American history. I think that diabetes and heart disease are the two biggest killers of Americans, and the two biggest drivers of diabetes and heart disease are Coca-Cola and McDonald's. So as much as those are American staples, if you're telling me that they've killed tens of millions of Americans, they're basically the fucking cartels. They're basically the devil. It's like, ISIS killed 7 guys in somewhere, and we flipped the whole world over looking for them. And then Coca-Cola is in the fridge at your local convenience store, and it kills 10 million Americans. Just want to throw that out there. So I'm not a big fan of Coca-Cola, but they just purchased Bang Energy. I'm looking for a Bang Energy sponsorship, but I just heard news that they're going to discontinue all my favorite flavors. So I have a message out there to anybody here that is connected to a Bang Energy representative or someone from the executive side. Number one, let me get that sponsorship. Your athletes, they look like shit. All right. I'm more entertaining than them. Let me get the sponsorship. 2, you discontinue my favorite flavors. I will never drink a Bang Energy again. And I'm going to make a whole video trashing Bang Energy, and I will never use that product again. Do not discontinue my favorite flavors. That's stupid. It's like what Bud Light did with the Dylan Mulvaney thing. You cannot be this out of touch with your customer base. So if anybody from Bang Energy is listening, I know that you guys are fucking sellouts. That's why you sold out to Coca-Cola. All right. Don't sell out your customers. That was my public service announcement, everybody. Just lost 15 viewers off of that. Perfectly fine.
Guys, last few years, I've never seen Roy go a day without drinking a Bang Energy.
None,
I don't know what to expect.
none of that is true. And you guys, well, we're gonna call him Golly. I have a new nickname for you. Since I can't figure out my own nickname, do you guys want to hear Golly's nickname? We got Golly Fake Newsman. Golly Fake Newsman to give you guys your daily source of fake news. All right? Daily source of fake news. That's it. All right, it's the market open.
MSM sent me.
Yeah, they did. My boy's working for fucking. It's you and Don Lemon. It's you and Don Lemons.
Yo, don't put me on that boat. Chill.
It's fucking. It's fucking you, Anderson Cooper, and Whoopi Goldberg doing the new fucking. You don't even know what show I'm talking about. That's why you're my boy. Oh shit. Yo, Roy, try Prime. Yeah, if I want fucking diabetes, I'll try Prime. It tastes like they just, bro, that is one of the worst tasting drinks I've ever tried in my life. I would rather step on a Lego than drink Prime. That's an honest take. It's an honest take. All right, y'all. So we're almost up 1% on the challenge. I think I want to close this trade once we get to 1%. But I was just telling Golly before that if we're trading in the direction of the trend and the market is bullish, there's no reason for me to close this trade. Just pretend like it's not here, reset, and let the market, give me the next opportunity. What are the latest trades you've taken? Well, I just started this challenge on Monday, and the only two trades I took were, and so I split up a bunch of my orders, and I also took partials. That's why it looks like there's a ton of trades. But this sell here, this was supposed to be a profitable trade, but I closed too early. It was this sell right here. So you can see the entry prices were at 1635 and 1643 and 1620. So if you guys see where that is, so here's 1640, here's 1635, here's 1620. It was all in this wick, and I just didn't hold long enough. I put some trades in break even, whatever it was, and it ended up just smashing. I would have been up 2 or 3% on that trade alone. So that loss shouldn't have been a loss, but it was an error in execution, right? I was about to go play tennis. I didn't want to leave the trades open. Think about that shit. All right. I don't even fucking play tennis. Think about what just came out of my mouth. I was gonna go play tennis, and so I put my trade in break even and I lost. I deserve to lose the trade at that point, just because of how that sounded out loud. Okay. So not an excuse, never an excuse. But then the buys from yesterday ended up making up for it. These were yesterday's trades. We were up 1.3% just yesterday alone. Pretty good overall. And I'm still holding a runner, which is bigger than most of my profits from yesterday. So I told you guys, look, I'm taking profits of $40, $50, $30. But the runner of just 0.01 is now running at $200. It's 0.02%. You can make significant progress taking smaller and more reasonable trades as opposed to constantly chasing home run trades. So I'm looking for the market to reset. It's a Wednesday, so I don't know if we're going to get a lot of great opportunities, but we're going to fucking try. All right, we're going to fucking try. So we're almost at that 1% mark, and we'll just keep climbing and building up this challenge. Any Armenians in here? Shout out to my Armenians, bro. Shout out to my Armenians. Got a lot of Armenians that used to go to my church. Yeah, bro. My family has a Syrian lineage. You know how we do it. It's a Mexico en la casa. How do you say? Buenos dias, Jose. Buenos dias. Prime tastes like high fructose corn syrup. Say Prime tastes like I'm fucking. I don't know. It just didn't come to me. I don't know why. Then again, I don't eat a lot of sweets, so I don't have a good reference point for sweets. What's about the sweetest thing that you can eat? See, that's too convoluted of a joke. I was gonna make like a fucking nah. See, guys, this has been. Do not discontinue Bang Energy. Do not discontinue Bang Energy. Hi from Morocco. Gali, that's your people. All right. In case you guys don't know, Big Gali G, he's Moroccan. Shout out to my Moroccans out there. Hi from Morocco. I completely agree with you, man. I love how you don't just trade and put stupid beats. You stand for something, and I love that, man. Hey, bro, I'm a human first. I'm a trader second. If you guys don't stand for something, you'll stand. You'll. What was the saying? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Oof, ain't that powerful? That's why some of you guys got the fucking jab. If you don't stand for something, I quit my job at Merrill Lynch because they wanted me to fucking stick a jab in my ass and fucking take this synthetic horse tranquilizer liquid, and I wasn't gonna do it. All right. I told him $90,000 a year plus my $25,000 a year bonus at Merrill. Take it back. I don't freaking want it. Actually, I said I want the salary part. I just don't want to, have to go back to the office and get a job. I'm meeting with my clients every day. I'm going to their houses. They're inviting me over for dinners. I'm managing their funds remote. I'm calling the chief investment office in New York on a daily basis, trying to find new opportunities for my clients. I'm reading every single piece of tax legislation that's coming out. They're inviting me over to family gatherings. This is mid-COVID. I was basically part of the family. Y'all got me? I was basically part of the family. And they're like, no, you got to come back to the office because you'll be more productive here. In what universe, in what universe is me going back to the office going to help me manage my clients' money better? Like none of it made sense to me. So if you guys don't understand the financial services industry, you have a choice. If they fire you, it shows up on your financial record. So when you go to the SEC website and you guys look up my name, it shows that there was a voluntary leave. And so I had one shot. They're like, yeah, look, if you don't want to take the jab, it's a voluntary leave. But if you really keep fighting this thing, you're gonna get fired. If you don't hit your numbers, you're gonna get fired. And so I had a choice here. I was like, I'm just gonna have to walk away, which is what I did. He said, I'm Moroccan. Shout out to all my people from Maghreb out here. We getting it done. Buen dia, bro. Buen dia to you too, Jose. Should I take a retracement that's going to happen after this break? Yusuf, you should take the NAS100 masterclass. That's on December 3rd. Because all these questions are answered in the masterclass. And if you do not have a strategy and you don't know how to trade, you should not be asking in real time. Because, look, guys, you're basically about to go out to war and you're looking at the guy next to you. You've never shot a gun before. You're looking at the guy next to you like, yo, when I run out there, should I duck first and then shoot, or should I shoot first and then duck? Like, brother, you're about to go into the battlefield. If you're asking questions right before you're about to get shot at, you are not prepared. So take a step back, take your hand off the trigger, go to the shooting range, practice, and then get out there and be successful. This is a money game. We're not here to lose money and like, oh, ha, 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 I lost a trade. That's not fucking funny. You guys understand? Anybody here that doesn't have a clear strategy, that hasn't taken the masterclass, that doesn't understand how to trade NASDAQ, do not just take another trade. I don't understand why you guys are so adamant about losing money. But if you really, really want to give away your money that bad, let me start a GoFundMe link right here for a charity and dump your money in here instead. But don't just take the next trade if you don't know where to get in, where to get out, how much to risk, how much to size, where to take partial profits, what are the warning signs of a reversal. Don't just put your money at risk, man. This is your family's future. Maybe you guys don't see it that way. Oh, good morning. This is your wake-up call. This is your family's future. All right, here's what we're going to do. If you want a discount to the masterclass today, I'm going to be asking a series of questions. And if you guys answer these questions and we answer all these and we have an interactive conversation, we're going to drop the promo code. Xavier said, I love this shit. Yeah, Xavier. It's because it hasn't come back to you yet. Right? Everybody loves my rants until it's a topic that is near and dear to your heart. Okay? So I love you guys, but just know it's all fun and games till it comes back on you. Roy, what's your real estate portfolio look like? Well, to be honest, I've been waiting to get into real estate. I've been waiting to get back into real estate here. And so I have my eye on 3 properties down here in Florida. I'm looking to get a 6-unit apartment building and an 8-unit apartment. So like 8 doors. But the interest rate is too high. I'm waiting for prices to come down to compensate for that interest rate. And then, we'll be doing good. He said, my family's future. I'm 15. Yes, bro. And if you don't think that you're going to one day, look around if you're 15 years old, because you have to be observant to be a trader. Look around and you'll realize that most people, when they get older, Yusuf, they end up having families, correct? And the quality of their life depends on the decisions they made when they were younger, correct? Some families have money, other families do not. Look at the families that don't have money. What you'll realize is the people when they were supposed to be putting money aside and taking care of their financial future, they weren't doing that because they were saying my family's future, bro, I'm 25, bro, I'm 22, bro, I'm right. If you're going to be involved in a game as dangerous as trading, you got to treat yourself like the adult that you are. Okay, he's like, oh, but I'm only 15. But if you're going to be trading financial markets, you're an adult. So I'm going to treat you like the adult that you are. In about 10 years, you're going to have serious decisions to make. If you're taking care of your life for the next decade, Yusuf, you're going to be ahead of 99.99% of the world, right? If you're giving yourself passes and not taking it serious, you might have the same results as everyone else. Clear? You have the advantage, bro. If I was doing what you were doing at 15 years old, I'd be a trillionaire at this point. But no, I was fucking eating glue at 15. So consider yourself lucky and just know how big of an advantage you have. But don't ruin it by taking random trades and hurting your account. Okay? Do it by learning it the right way because you have that advantage over everyone. That I wish I was trading at 15. I don't. I'm glad I was eating glue, whatever I was doing at 15. Right? I'm glad I was playing football, getting beat up out there. I'm glad I was not financially trading because like you got to experience the other side of this. You got to experience real life. Now, because like the 3 years that I was losing in trading was like a break, a hiatus in my life. I was just doing nothing but making sacrifices. It was not fun. Now I get to do whatever I want, but I put so much time into trading that I don't want to go do the shit that everybody else is thinking that they're going to do when they're profitable. Like I have no more interest to travel and sit on beaches. I have no more interest in sipping a pina colada on the beach and shit. I'm done with that. He said, Yusuf, you ain't in school right now. Bullish 356 asking the right questions. But why don't you leave him alone, man? What if he's skipping classes to be a goon? What if he's being a fucking savage? My boy's trying to get him to snitch on himself. For all you know, his school administrator is watching this stream too, bro. They're trying to get paid on NASDAQ too. I have a 5K funding pips account. It's up 1% now. Yo, somebody bake him a birthday cake. What do you want, a fucking cookie? Do I only trade NAS100? I also swing trade currencies, but I don't see any swing trades at the current moment. I'm waiting for the dollar to find a floor. Okay. Which should be here pretty soon. So that I can short Euro USD. So the two currency pairs that I trade are USD JPY and Euro USD. Why do I do that? Because I live in America, it's easiest for me to trade with the dollar and to follow what the dollar is doing. And so that's why I mostly keep my eye on those pairs. I also know the direction of UJ is going to be bearish for life. Oh, sorry, it's going to be bullish for life, at least for the next 3 to 5 years. And I think that Euro USD is going to be bearish for life. And so I'm always looking for swing trading positions on Euro USD and swing trading positions on UJ. Right now, they're both in a retracement cycle. And UJ actually is right at the entry. Damn. Damn, y'all. UJ might be ready to turn around here. It's at the 88.6. Yeah, so I mean shit, whoever was asking about the swing trades, it's a good time to start looking for these long positions. Oh my God. I've been waiting for this. Oh my God. 147 flat for the precision entry. Let's get this wick entry going here. Oh my God. Yeah, I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Okay, awesome stuff. He said, yo, Roy, the GDP is at 5.2. What do you think? Yeah, I'm going to pull up the Forex factory here and look at this news. All right, so preliminary GDP. And again, guys, keep in mind, preliminary GDP or GDP is released in 3 different parts. There's the preliminary GDP, which is an early estimate. Preliminary means it comes before. And then there's the advance, and then there's the final. So preliminary is an estimate. 5.2 is really good. So this is the quarterly GDP report for Q3. So like August, September, no. I think Q3 is July, August, September. Then we have October, November, December. Yeah. July, August, September, the kind of like peak summer months. They're expecting 5.2% growth in the economy. Now, in case you guys don't know, the current dynamic is, why are we still talking about this kid? Oh, hold on. He's sitting in class on YouTube trading from his phone. Okay. What do you think about Nova or Funded Next? Bro, guys, stop asking me about random prop firms, right? FTMO. FTMO. Why don't people want to use FTMO? I actually asked this yesterday. It's because a lot of people think that their rules are harder than everyone else's rules. Guys, that's the fucking point. How you guys think they're going to stay in business? If your rules are too easy and people are passing, you're going to go out of business pretty quick. That's what all these guys are figuring out right now. All right. So, yes, they have harder rules. No one wants to fucking trade FTMO. That's the only place I'm going to recommend. I don't have a deal with them. There's no promo code for me to give you. It's literally just what I'm using. Yo, Roy, GDP's at 5.2. Okay, yeah, I have my computer out with my AirPods in. We're supposed to be listening to music while doing an assignment. Yusuf, first off, I'm proud of you, kid. My boy's out here trying to get to this work, double tasking. Don't listen to these trolls in the chat, man. Just keep going, but make sure you're doing it the right way. Because, practice does not make perfect, Yusuf. Practice makes permanent. If you're doing something wrong for a long time, it's going to stick. If you're doing something right for a long time, it's going to stick. So to answer your question, Yusuf, trade along with me. Let me show you how I'm taking these trades, and I think I have high hopes for you. What's your thoughts on trading one pair until you're efficient? I hate this conversation. I agree with trading one pair, but I just hate the part with the until you're efficient, like until you're successful. But if you just found success with NASDAQ, why would you go start trading other shit? It's like, I'm going to trade NASDAQ until I get this down. And then literally throw it all away and go somewhere else. How fucking stupid does that sound to you? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I'm going to practice on indices or I'm going to practice on currencies. And once I'm good, then I'm going to switch over to NASDAQ. What makes you think that currencies and indices have anything to do with each other? Like if you're really good at trading EU, you're going to be able to translate that to NASDAQ. Guys, I don't like where y'all get this shit from? What idiot? Tell me, give me a name. What idiots are out here giving out this kind of information? That you can trade other stuff and get really good and come and trade NASDAQ or US 30. Tell me, who is out here giving out this false info? Is it baby pips? Because if it's baby pips, it's war now. You understand? So yes, trading one pair will give you a massive advantage because you get to learn the psychology of the players that you're trading against, the psychology of the traders and the trading conditions, and also you get to show up ahead of time, learn the model, the business model that the market operates under, and take advantage of that model. Okay? Q ain't never said go practice on currencies and then go trade US 30. Did he actually say that? There's no fucking way. I don't believe that. There's no way. But it's like, yeah, I'm gonna practice my ass off at tennis, and then once I'm really good at tennis, then I'm gonna go do boxing. How the fuck does that make sense to y'all? And then you'll be like, people will be like, well, wrestling and boxing are the same. That's how people tell me about US 30 and NASDAQ. It's like, bro, they are two completely different sports. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get really good at NAS, and then I'm gonna switch over to US 30. Bro, how? What the fuck?
Josh said he did in his course.
Well, you know what I'm saying? That's just literally that, bro. Wrong. 100% vehemently wrong. Said very stupid. Thank you. I've been trading SPX and I don't want to venture back to currencies. Don't venture back to anything. If you spend long enough time trading and doing anything in life, you're going to make it work. But the jumping back and forth is why most of you are not successful yet. You have to stick to a course and build momentum. He said he started in currencies and then scaled up. Well, he didn't do that specifically. He didn't like start trading because he was trading UJ at the time. He found US 30 and that's why he switched over. It wasn't like he had this deliberate thing. The problem today is everyone wants to be Q banks and everybody wants to trade US 30 and all this stuff. You are not an affiliate for a broker. You don't have $10,000 coming in a month from these brokers. You are not going to trade the same way. Do not compare your journeys. You got a real person job, right? You have a family to take care of. You got real responsibilities. Q says in his stories that he didn't have a hard life, that everything was kind of like just working for him. Some of y'all have a hard life. Okay, so make sure that you're making responsible choices, not just kind of following the hype and all this stuff. All right. He said start off with a lower pairs when you have low capital. Well, that was also before prop firms. Can we agree? Like back in the day, yeah, you really can't trade US 30 with $100. You can trade currencies though. Okay. Did you and Badass Trader have had beef? No. I only beef with relevant people. Okay. I only beef with people who are in any semblance of just at least going to be relevant at some point, some way, somehow. Not fucking demo trading frauds. All right. Boop, boop. It's like studying medicine to be an investment banker. Yeah. Well, it's like studying Aikido to be a fucking Muay Thai fighter because they're both striking martial arts. They're both indices. They both have high volatility, but it's a completely different pulse. It's a completely different rhythm for both of these pairs. Okay. The pair is like a wife. Once you have only one, you know everything detail by detail. Well, I say girlfriend, not wife, because you don't want to marry a pair either. You don't want to marry a pair. I am married to NAS, but you're like, guys, if the market cycle for NAS shifts and it's no longer as volatile and it's not paying as well and it's not moving as well, I will move over. That's why I stopped trading. That's why I stopped trading S&P 500, and that's why I stopped trading gold. It went through 6 to 7 month periods where the volatility was 50%, and I was just like, okay, well, I cannot reasonably, continue to make money with this. I have to find a more volatile pair. So it's like your girlfriend, but you have to understand the personality, bro. You walk in the room, no words. You got to know exactly what the vibe is. Do not throw out that next joke, buddy. It's not the day. Right? Same with NASDAQ. You got to know the pulse. Is today the day to be throwing these random trades? No, it is not. Okay. Did your education help you in trading at all? You mean my finance education? Not even close. It did make me realize that I was interested in certain things. It made me realize that I was never going to do accounting. It made me realize that I was never going to be an accountant. So I switched out of that. And I realized I loved international banking. That's how I found Forex is I fell in love with international banking because I had no idea what the Bank of International Settlements was. I didn't know that there was a bank of all banks. I didn't know that there was I thought the World Bank, my dumbass, I thought the World Bank was like the bank of all banks in the world. Like I don't know how any of this shit worked. But then I realized that there was a Bank of International Settlements where all banks were kind of the middle ground. World Bank and IMF were sort of these NGOs that gave money to developing nations. And I fell in love with the game. Then I also fell in love with, I started making predictions because I used to write articles back in the day. And golly, have we made the articles public again so I can show them off or no? They're still hidden somewhere. I'm going to assume that they're still hidden somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I used to put in my vote for what I believed would happen. So just kind of writing these articles. And then I started to realize that I could put money in and bet on what was going to happen. And I was like, this is my game. I can look at the geopolitical landscape, I can make an assessment, I can make a guess about what's going to happen, and then I can put my money where my mouth is by betting on the dollar, or betting against the yen, betting against the euro, or betting on the stock market, depending on the market conditions. And so that's really how my love for trading came up is I realized that I could vote with my money on what I thought was going to happen in the world. And that's just something that interested me more than anything else. Okay. Coolio. Bang Energy, you discontinue my flavors. I'm showing up. I'm showing up. All right, I'm showing up. I'm coming to the offices. All right, we have the market open impulse right here. I'm gonna draw a fib. We haven't really reached a high yet, but I'll be looking for a retracement back to the low of the daily session. Roy, what indicator is that? Oh, Roy, I need that indicator. Well, you can get it at the NAS100 Masterclass, December 3rd through the 6th, the final masterclass of the year, people. You want to learn my strategy? Oh, Roy, I love these streams. Roy, I love these streams. Guys, I don't know if you can tell by my personality. You can assured that I'm going to be here because we have 34 days, or sorry, we have 32, 31 days left of the year. Nope, 32 days left of the year. 32 days left. We got 32 days left of the year. That might be wrong. I feel like that's a little off. Maybe it's 31. Okay, either way, this is stream number 69 or stream number 68 out of 100 that we've been doing in a row. So you guys can rest assured that I will be here day after day. However, you do not want to put your family's future in my hands. If I decide to turn off these streams, never come back because I'm annoyed, I'll do that. Some people might be like, well, Roy, you can't just leave us here. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Why? Because I'm a day trader. Why again? Because the markets pay me. Why again? Because I'm very successful. I can do whatever I want. And so can you. So I want you guys to learn this strategy so you do not have to rely on me. But also I want you to learn this because the people who've taken this class, we have such an informed discussion every time that we're on these streams. And some folks are just kind of out there lost, asking very basic, simple questions. You do not want to be taking chances with trading anymore. You want to have a guaranteed thing. You want to do it long enough to see the success, and you want to do it long enough without convincing yourself that you're some kind of genius. You can do all three of those things. Do the right thing for a long enough period of time consistently without convincing yourself that you're smarter than you actually are. That is the success formula. Okay? So UJ is about to approach the 886 level. It's already there, my friend. The patience aspect as well as what you say, because I used to take some dumbass entries. A lot of us did. That's why I'm trying to be the friend that I wish I had. Because somebody could be like, hey, Roy, I don't think this is the right idea, man. I was still going to fucking take the trade. I was that arrogant. I needed a coach, but there was no coaches coming around because no one knew what they were doing. All the successful traders were hiding under a rock somewhere because they're fucking, they all have Asperger's or something. Straight up. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to be the voice that I really wish I had at the time. I'm going to be that voice. All right, we're coming back. Market session open. What'd you say? You
Articles are up.
Ollie.
What's up?
You better make this funny.
No, the articles are up.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
That was more logistical. My bad. Bro, I'm on edge. I'm on the fucking streams. I'm ready. My bad. This I got a little jumpy. Let me rewind. Yeah, if you guys head over to analysis, you'll see all the articles that I write. Okay, I haven't written one in a little bit since the July Fed meeting, but you guys can go back in the past and see some of the most important articles. So like the market outlook for 2023, I will be releasing a market outlook for 2024. Here's something that I kind of I realized I was going to do yesterday. I'm gonna turn off my camera for this, mostly because just give me a sec. I'm about to turn off my camera for this. However, if you guys took the NAS100 masterclass this year, I'm going to do a bonus session with everybody from group 1, 2, and 3 who want to show up to this extra session. This is going to be a recap session of what NAS100 did this year. This is sort of me giving back to everybody who took the class this year. Okay? If you did coaching with us, or if you took the masterclass, I'm going to give you the exclusive access to my 2024 outlook. You guys are like, well, Roy, everybody writes outlook articles. Why is yours special? Because I've been fucking right for the last 4 years in depth. Okay, here's the economic factors influencing markets for 2020. I wrote this in January. Let me double check if this was January. No, I wrote this in fucking December of 2022. How accurate this is, but stop fucking playing with me. All right, I'm sorry. GDP, unemployment, inflation. And these are the 3 biggest conversations we've had all year. I explained the different dynamics, how GDP was starting to recover from the COVID pandemic, inflation being the biggest topic in the world, employment. Let me see where my, here's the trends to watch. Okay, so I told you literally everything to watch from the beginning of the year. The Fed's hiking cycle. Clearly, this has been the biggest discussion for the last 12 months. Consumer spending. Clearly, as long as people are still spending, we avoided a recession. This has been a huge topic of the last 12 months. Labor, the unemployment rate has been one of the biggest topics of discussion for this year because as long as people have jobs, we're not in a recession. A strong dollar. We saw it up until the last month and a half. And then housing. Housing is the one area that hasn't seen the crash yet, that hasn't really seen a bit of a dip. And so this is going to be a 2024 story for the economy. The global economic events to watch out for: Russia, Ukraine, China 2023, Japan's economic development. I did not see a Middle East war in my cards. So this is maybe something I should have seen, but the Middle East was on the edge of a peace deal with Saudi Arabia and Israel, and everything was looking good. So that was something that was completely unexpected. Okay. Institutional insights. I give you guys, my boys over at Bank of America, Vanguard, Goldman Sachs. They send me their research. Obviously, we put those up there. Biggest losers of 2023. I thought it was going to be U.S. equities. I was very, very wrong about this, guys. Very, very wrong about this one. But the biggest winners, yeah, baby. Short-term bonds were the number one winners. Oil prices rebounded. This happened up until President Brandon decided to dump a bunch of oil into the markets. We did have a bullish oil prices. Okay. I also did an FX kind of thing. So long story short, every single year I drop these articles. I dropped an article about what happened in 2022. I drop articles about crypto. So buy the dip, why everyone should own Bitcoin. This is the timing of these, guys. The timing of these is what you should go watch out for. Look at the date the article was written, then go pull up the Bitcoin chart and figure out, how accurate the shit was. All right. And I'll give you guys a few examples here. Oh, NAS100 is at the sweet spot. Damn. I think we need a bit more of a dip. This was very aggressive. We're back under that pre-session consolidation. I want it to come back down here at this point. Stops below the low. Nice 3-to-1 trade. Sheesh. Yeah, a break back inside the range would be awesome. If price starts to wick right here and it closes back above these levels, I'm going to start to layer in trades here. Because right now, it's just gone completely straight through the entry with no rejections. And so you don't just enter trades at a level if the thing is steamrolling through. Now, if it's just grabbing everyone's stop losses and then wicks up, number one, this should be the prime example of why we wait for other people to lose their trades, why we wait for stop losses to get hit before we enter, because that's that patience aspect. But if it wicks back up, then it'll just be a liquidity grab, in which case the buys are still valid. We were just kind of early on the entry, and then we'll take that trade on the wick back up. I appreciate the heads up, Chris. Good, really good call on that one. This is Wombo Combo. Oh, UJ is right at the 886. I'm going to be taking a long position. I'm going to take a long position on my live account too. So, hold on. I'm taking the live account on my phone. I'm going to do the challenge on here so I don't have to keep switching back and forth. Do I even have UJ on the watch list? Yo, what's the difference between the Pro and the other one? Oh, it's the spread? Yo, what the fuck, man? Which one do I pick? Yeah, which one do I pick, bro? This is so okay, whatever. Let's play this out, Joe. Put a buy. Let's put a stop loss here. Higher time frame stop loss below the lows. Go up to the daily. I'm going to risk about 0.5% on this trade. All right, I just entered longs on USD JPY. Let's get back to NASDAQ here. So stop loss is set below the wick. So that's a far ass stop loss, boy. That's a fucking 160 points. All right, I'm going to move it under this wick here. So that'll put us at about 100 points, 100 point stop or 100 pips stop loss. Excuse me. Forgot I wasn't trading. Okay. Go back to NAS100. Let's see what we got here. So the runner was floating $200. Now we're back at 100. Like you see what I'm telling you guys? The runners just basically they pretend like you don't like they don't exist because it'll fluctuate 50%, a whole 50%. Now look at this fucking UJ entry, yo. Right at the 88.6 retest, right back at that zone. Okay, it was just sitting up here, came swooped all the way down to that prime entry right there, and now we're about. So yeah, does the strategy work on UJ as well? Well, you guys are about to see. You're about to find out now, ain't you? First time doing UJ here, LOL. I skilled in when you mentioned it. First time doing UJ. I don't know why you phrased it like that, bro. It's the first time trading UJ. It's the first time doing UJ. It's like it sounds like a drug. It's like, bro, this is my first time doing UJ around here. Said it was crazy. I did some UJ last night. Roy, where do you access the recordings of the November class? Well, there was a 14-day deadline for every single person to finish the class and to get their certificate. And if you are unable to access the recordings, chances are you are way past the deadline, Steph. Okay. How do you access it? You go to Gmail and you type in NAS100 class, and there will be an email that says you are invited to join this online program. And then you're supposed to have clicked join the class. But when you click join the class, if you show up and none of the stuff is there, it means you missed your deadline because you literally are 2 months late. No, not 2 months. You're 3 weeks late. And if you also check your email, you'll see that you have 5 or 6 follow-up emails from my team, literally begging you to finish the class so you can get your certificate, and then to do a one-on-one call with me. So not only did you not get your certificate, not finish the class, but you also missed a shot to get a one-on-one call with me. It's like, I don't know what the fuck some of you guys are doing, and Steph, this is not for you. Mostly the October folks, half of y'all didn't even finish the certificate. November, I think we had a 98% completion rate. 98%. Now, Steph, if you did finish all the classes, if you did finish everything, you have your certificate and you can't access the recordings, I'm sorry for putting you on the spot like that. Hit us up at info@chartaddictsfx.com. We'll get you taken care of. The rest of y'all, if you have not finished and gotten your certificate and you didn't even fucking finish the exam and you didn't fucking get your certificate, and I know I already said that, but I'm gonna say it twice just to reiterate, and you did not schedule a call with me, you're literally a clown because you were right there. You had it all done. All you got to do is check and make sure you finished all the work, and you just did not want to do that. There's nothing I can do for that one. All right, let's get to 150 likes on today's stream, and I'll drop a promo code for the NAS100 Masterclass. There are only 5 days left. Is it 5 days or 4 days? Is it 5 days or 4 days, yo? See, can anybody access this? Oh, okay. Looks like oh, here it is. Here's the recordings and whatnot. There's the final exam, final check-in. All right, just book your call with me. It's all right here, people. It's all right here. I feel like I'm under risked for how good this trade is. But it 85. So total risk here will still be under 0.5% between the first entry and the second one. So total risk is now officially 0.5%. I was risking about $410 on the first one, $80 on the second one. That puts us at about $500, which is 0.5%, 0.5%. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I was positioned correctly when this thing pops off, so I can, I don't let another great trade go to waste. Bro, get off me. There we go. I closed out UJ and Profit Fam. Quick scalp left a runner. Mike, this is a swing trade, brother. You closed way too quick. You were over leveraged for sure. Boy, what platform you trading on when MT4 is gone? MT5, baby. The fuck? MT5. All right, yo. NASDAQ is at very close to the buy entry. Very, very close. We just retested the previous highs, but there's no real level here of interest. Like maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong here. Hell no, I ain't looking at this wrong, bro. This is about as clear as this can get. It's about as clear as daylight. 16,032. That's the area to watch. Moving from MT5. Yeah, they're all going to be moving to Trade Locker, but any broker that's moving off of MT4, MT5 means that they've lost their license. And you don't lose your license unless they were not able to verify you had a real regulatory license. Like if MetaQuotes came to you and they're like, yo, let me see your paperwork, and you're like, we have sketchy paperwork, and you got kicked off. Those are like they're literally telling you we got kicked off. So even though I'm using Everblue for this challenge, and I'm using Trade Locker for this challenge, does not mean I'm condoning, this being the new alternative. It's still very new. And I have nothing against the Trade Locker platform. It's just more about the brokers that are using it. Specifically, all just got kicked off MetaQuotes. I should tell you a lot. He said, crap, I just made a small deposit. Well, that's your first problem, is making a small deposit. Roy, where do you see UJ climbing to? Yeah. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. I said swing trade. So hold it until it moves, and then you'll find out. Come on, baby. 16,000. 16,000. Give me something. 16,032. So entry 1 is going right here. Entry 2 going right here. And entry 3 is going to be slightly below, maybe right at 16,000. If this thing breaks straight through all of our entries and doesn't give us a chance, don't just jump in. Come on now, yo. Well, as I sit here drinking some coffee, based off yesterday's discussion, my win rate go to 90%. Based off of yesterday's discussion, will my win rate go to 90%?
That almost sounded intellectual.
Yo, yeah, he said, Roy, comma.
As I
I
sit
sit
here
here
drinking
drinking
some
some
coffee.
coffee. I was like, bro, I was waiting for a good question for once. I said, damn, I'm finally going to get to exercise my intelligence and finally give back some genuine value to somebody who's about to ask a sophisticated question. Nope. Unintelligible nonsense.
I thought I was about to be enlightened for a second.
I thought I was about to fucking get the word, right? Get the good word.
Yo,
This is craziness.
Drago Banks, you're making coffee drinkers look bad, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, nah, golly, that's your people, bro. That's your chief representative right there.
Ah, man.
That's your ambassador to fucking coffee. Me and Golly go through this all the time. So Golly, in case you guys don't know, he's from a very cultured guy. He runs operations here at Chart Addicts. Very cultured guy. And so he really appreciates great coffee. He appreciates great flavors. He appreciates great food. He appreciates health, right? Not just like the crap that you find at the store with the sugar and shit, but real depth in his cultured approach. And so me and him are always beefing because he's talking about some Bang Energy, da, 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 da. He's trying to talk bad about Bang Energy, and I will not deal with the Bang Energy slander. So I'd slander coffee drinkers all the time because it's an inferior caffeine source. So we're always going through it. Right now, Golly, this is your ambassador. You understand?
No, 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 no.
This is your ambassador. This is your delegate.
I did not hire him.
Brother, you don't have to hire. He was elected, right? You know how they say like Palestinians
If
elected
this is
Hamas?
if this is how the people vote, then it's time I step in as dictator, bro.
Hey, brother.
It might be time for tyranny.
Yeah, for fucking coffee drinkers, bro, this might be a communism season. This might be time for some authoritarianism. Josh Richards said prime over Bang. Yeah, bro, if I was 12, I would agree with you. I used to think that way, before I had hair on my chest. This dude's fucking when you look, Josh, when your balls drop, come back. Let's have an adult conversation. Josh said I got an intelligent question. Well, let's see. It's gonna be hard to follow up that one. You said you have something intelligent to say, then you said prime over Bang. So I'm gonna be honest with you. This is Chris said, why did you draw it from the London body and not the Sydney low? If we're gonna talk about intelligent questions, I was waiting for that one. I was waiting for that one. Chris, such a good question, bro. Such a good question. Because I've done that so many times in the past where if you're looking at where's the consolidation before phase two, this whole thing is phase one. Okay. But we had low, high, new low. And you have some of these like kind of sub lows, but this is a 3-drive pattern right here. In case you guys don't already see it, there's the 3-drive pushing all the way down. So I have it drawn to here, but realistically, I put my stop loss as if I had drawn it from here. So let me give you this kind of example. If I drew it from the Sydney lows, that is such a good fucking question, Chris. If I drew it from the Sydney lows, my SL or my entry is at 28. If I drew it from the London lows, it's at 32. 4-point differential, none at all. But what's the downside risks? If I draw it from the Sydney lows and I have my entry at 30, or if I have my entry lower and I miss the entry, it's because I drew it too low. If I enter prematurely at 32 and I deal with 4 or 5 more points of drawdown, I'll accept that. So I actually didn't know which one to draw it from, whether it was the most recent impulsive push or the actual low of the consolidations. And so I just kind of used like a margin of error calculation. Chris, did that make sense? There's a 4.5-point differential. And since I'm not using 10,000 lots, that 4-point differential is not make or break for me. Okay. Now there's a very good chance that we break through those lows. Keep in mind, y'all, if this is phase one and this is phase two, I mean, phase two could break these lows. It would come down just below the 16,000 level before we inevitably push back up. But I'm going to take it at the 886. All right. That's what I do. That's what I do. Take it at the 886 here. TP got absolutely destroyed on this, but I'm going to move my take profit up for the trade from yesterday because I'm going to hold that runner. 16,257. And I was explaining this to Gali and the rest of the coffee drinkers this morning because I know that you guys are, you guys kind of process stuff a little bit slower. So I'm just going to break this down for y'all real quick. So if you're in a bullish trend, by dictionary definition, you're making higher highs and higher lows. So if you're holding a trade in the direction of a trend and the trend is in momentum, you have no reason to close it. You can close partial profits so that you walk away with money, but closing the runner, you have absolutely zero reason to close it. So if I'm going to buy, if I'm in a bullish market, that means that it's going to establish a higher floor and then it's going to break this ceiling, which means it has to establish a new higher ceiling. Okay. So when the market gets up to the previous highs, everyone's like, well, I'm going to close my whole trade. Dude, why? If it's bullish and you already got the higher low, which is right now what we're waiting for, then why wouldn't you just wait for the higher high? And then there's going to be a new higher low after. And then guess what happens after? Is a new higher high. So why would I close the trade that I took yesterday all the way down here if it's just going to keep climbing? We're almost there. We just hit the 78 fib. There's too many things going on. We just hit the 78 fib. I think the market is going to try and fake up from here. I love this. If you guys took the masterclass, I explain this all the time. All right, here's the first step, right? How many people are buying at the 78 right now? For my NAS100 masterclass graduates, let me show you guys something. Okay, the trade from the 786 up to TP is about 2.5 to 1 R. Right now, the market already wicked up. So if I was to chase, I'd get probably 1.9 to 1 R. And because we take partial profits, we're not going to really make 1.9. So for every $100 that you're risking, you're going to make 190 back. For every 1,000 you risk, you're going to make 1,900 back. If you wait for the 78 entry, for every $100, you'll make 260. For every $1,000 that you risk on this trade, you will make 2,600. For every $10,000 that you risk, you'll make back 26,000. Now look at the 78 though. Imagine I just waited for my entry, which is exactly what I'm about to do. The R&R goes to 3.7 to 1. 3.7 to 1. From 1.9 to 3.7. Here's the difference. Let's say that you just came off of a 3-trade losing streak where you're literally just blowing $1,000 a day, and now you're down 3K. If you catch this trade and you hold it all the way with no partials, all the way, and miraculously the market is just ripping today and breaks all the highs, you won't even make back the fucking money for this trade. You won't even make back the money for the last 3 trades that you lost. You will have done everything right. You will have held this thing and grinded through every up and down and every retest, and you still won't even be in break even. If you waited for this entry, you'd make 3.7K. If you took partial profits, you'll probably only make 3K. You'll still be at break even off of 1 trade. It only takes 1 good trade to make it all back, but not if you're chasing the markets. I hope this was a great lesson in risk and reward for some of you, because this is the hidden secret behind the scenes that no one's paying attention to. The silent killer of your trading is not your shitty strategy. It's your inability to understand risk and reward. Okay, it's not your mindset. Roy, I think I just need more help with mindset. I just don't know what's going on. Bro, you're taking 1.5 to 1 trades. You're taking trades with less than a 1 to 1 R, and you keep losing big money, and you don't know why? Right? Like, let's say that you intended to lose $300 here. $300 is how much you're risking on the stop loss, but you're entering late. So look how much bigger the stop loss is. Okay, from 63 points up to 82. So the guy's just using the same exact lot size that he normally would, doesn't think anything of it, because he's like, oh, entering at the line versus above it, it's all the same, right? And now instead of risking $300 or whatever he might have been risking, now he's risking $500 or $600. Put a 1 in the chat if this is making sense. This is the hidden secret of trading. It's not even a fucking secret. It's a secret for new traders, but for most everybody else, it just is self-explanatory. Put a 1 in the chat if this concept makes sense. Roman said, is it, oh, nice, I had to click complete after I did the call. I just got my certificate from NAS. Listen, Roman, if you have a social media, bro, please tag us on the story. People aren't tagging us on the story, and people think that no one's graduating, but there's a good amount of you guys that are graduating. And I want to show that off. I want to make sure that people see that there are people that have a hard working mentality. It's like, oh, no one's passing this shit. No, 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 no. You're not passing. There are some people that are passing. I promise you this. Ryan said coffee and energy drinks are both fire. Well, I'll tell you why caffeine. Can I tell you guys why coffee is an inferior caffeine source? Like you guys let me know if you want to hear this. I don't have to, this doesn't have to do with trading, but I can tell you exactly why 100% with no doubt in my mind, coffee is the inferior caffeine source. And not all energy drinks are created equal, right? I'd rather get my foot run over by an 18-wheeler than ever be caught dead drinking a Monster, right? Let me just kind of break it down for y'all. I'm not saying, oh, just drink an energy drink. No, no. There are 0 energy drinks that I would put in my body except for Bang Energy. Unless you're talking about the holistic stuff. Okay, at that point, bro, I would just go breathe some fresh air. It's like, oh, dude, no, I got this thing. It's got beetroot. It's gonna give you some energy. Bro, I got enough energy as it is, but I'm talking about I'm trying to get cracked out. This beetroot, whatever the fuck it is not gonna crack me out. I got 78 different things going on at this current moment right now.
Guys, Roy be going through some shit. He just drinks the banks to feel something. So, just, give him a break.
You see how I just let that awkward silence go just to make you realize how that wasn't fucking funny? All right, I'm not gonna be bullied on my own stream, G. This is ridiculous, guys. If you don't understand, Gali runs operations, and he's basically the chief operations officer at this point for CA, and he's the project manager. So he just basically is just roasting me all day because he's allowed. He's like the only person that just literally roasts me all day. Everyone's so nice to me all day, and then I just fucking pick up the phone. I'm like, oh God, please, like, I'm just trying to have a good day. Like, please, let this not be one of those days. And he just roasts me. Like that was a dig, bro. I said caffeine drinkers fucking slow in the head. You're telling me I have deep issues. That's crazy. Says golly, we need to convert Roy to the good coffee. Bro, if I drank coffee like y'all, I'd be fucking refilling like 7-8 times a day. You guys understand?
Roy.
Look, all of you guys who drink coffee, how many times you making a trip to that coffee station? Come on.
I have
Roman, I
two,
appreciate you,
two
bro. For
cups a
real.
day religiously.
2?
Hey,
Okay, okay. I was drinking 2 cups a day when I was in fucking middle school, bro.
2 cups is pretty good, bro.
Yo, I seen the coffee you keep at the crib, bro. I'm keep it real.
First off, I don't drink that coffee. All right, because I'm not like one of y'all. I keep that for show, right? It's more of like a housewarming. It's for people like you. All right, when y'all come over to the house, I got something to offer.
I gotta
Yo,
switch to the big energy
let's
when I'm
just say
down
I'm
there.
feeling a little up right now. Took a dry
Oh, is
scoop
that
of this wolf.
Brian? Yo,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
my
Just
guy, bro. How you
quickly
doing,
copping a
bro?
little quick gym session. Listen on the live stream.
My guy, bro. Tell me
Mr.
you got
Hunk
some
has
stamina.
entered the chat.
No, we're not doing that, G. We're not bringing it back. Actually, we'll bring it back for Ryan. But I mean, you just called him that on fucking on live TV. You want to say it again, Golly?
Yeah.
Hey, say my name, bro.
All right, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Hey,
I
they
am
call
not
me
saying
Walter
it.
White, bro. Call me Walter White, bro. Say my
Bro,
name.
I'll call you Heisenberg all day. I'm not calling you what you guys are about to say and what you think are about to
Then hey, just call
call
me
you.
Mr. H. Just say Mr. H, it's a
Drago
little
Banks,
vague.
hold on, timeout. Drago Banks said I drink maybe 3 cups a week, brewed in house. The coffee smell makes your trades go 1 to 3. Okay, let me tell you something, Drago Banks. You're the one that asked that unintelligible question earlier. You stay out of this one. All right, stay out of this one. Walter says 1 colada trip a day. That's it. Yeah, because you have the 15 servings in that 1 cup. You got 15 servings in 1 cup.
Yo, bullish 356. Some G shit, man.
That's why he typed it
Whiskey.
in wrong. I think he meant 365, bullish 365.
Yeah.
356. You gotta take that fucking whiskey out your
Nah, he
coffee.
didn't have the coffee with whiskey that day.
David Sanchez said Celsius. Yes. All women Celsius love it. Right. Right. It's like the women's version of a Bang Energy. Absolutely love it. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I'd rather drink kombucha than Celsius.
But you're not helping yourself. Roy, I thought you were a fighting gladiator. You out here playing tennis? Bro, I do both. What's wrong with you? This man said you can't be an artist and a warrior at the same time. So I'd rather be, what was the fucking saying? I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Okay? I'm a warrior in a garden, bro. I don't have to be fucking cutting people's heads off in the morning. It's 9 a.m. I'm trying to practice so I can beat Angelo in tennis and embarrass him. My boy said kombucha for the win. Oh my God, bro. I don't know who I'm talking to anymore. You guys just switched up on me like you guys just fucking switched up. You guys are changing up on me. This is crazy. I did not expect this from y'all. Kombucha. Y'all get this to 150 likes so I can drop a promo code. And also let me ask some, let's do some trivia questions. Okay? Because I know I've been talking about this a lot. And I feel like instead of me just repeating what I say all the time, I'm gonna ask you guys for a pop quiz. Okay. We have Fed meeting, December 13th. That's 2 Wednesdays from now. We have a bullish market scenario for NASDAQ, and we have a bearish market scenario for NASDAQ, based on what Jerome Powell's policy decision is. Now, anybody, I'm gonna have to turn on my camera for this one. Anybody except for Mo Santisi, give me this answer. Okay, Mo is one of the top students from the fundamentals class. He knows too fucking much, and so is not going to give you all a fair shake. So give me the bullish scenario, and then give me the bearish scenario for NASDAQ based on the policy decisions that Jerome Powell can make. Go. Carlos Rojas said, y'all got me dying at work, LOL, but let's get to business. I mean, brother, I'm pretty sure I'm in deep drawdown on UJ. I'm getting to business. Oh, I am not in deep drawdown on UJ. Put some respect on it. LOL. Look at my entry. LOL. I'm the GOAT. LOL. See, bro, we can make money and just geek it off at the same time. It's the whole point of working for yourself. Okay, let's take a look at these trades. The UJ trades are in some baby profits. I feel like I missized this trade, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. Yo, whoever, which Chris was the one that pointed my attention to the fact that it was that entry? Because that entry was down here. Boy, but I was about 40 points late. Look at this. 147.5. And I got in at 147.6 or 147.15. Man, that's fucked up. Raise rates is bearish for indices. Hinting at lower rates or maintaining will be bullish. Yuri, my guy, bro. I love to see it, bro. I love to see it. Drago, I didn't ask you what your caffeinated fucking your less efficient coffee opinion was, bro. I asked you bullish bearish scenario because anybody that says this is going to happen or that's going to happen, look, I can do that because I literally have a framework that is so clear. And then I also have the intuitive memory bank that I've built over years of trading that I have a pretty good of an intuitive sense of what's going to happen next. But even still, I don't sit here and say this will happen. I told you guys for this NASDAQ trade, if it gets to the 88.6 and it's rejecting, I'm seeing those signs, then I'll enter. With this Fed meeting here, if Jerome Powell does blank, this will happen. If Jerome Powell does blank, this will happen. I believe the most likely one is this scenario, but I'm not going to impose my will on the markets. That's why most traders lose. They're too busy imposing their own will on the markets instead of letting the markets do their thing and then responding. All right, y'all out here chasing or y'all out here reacting. They say, oh, don't predict, react. Don't react either. Reaction is like, you got to really trust yourself if you're going to be highly reactive. Someone throws a ball at you 100 miles an hour. But if you're not a professional athlete, you're going to be like, your first instinct might not be the one. Okay? So instead of reacting to whatever the market's giving you, respond to it in kind based on the scenarios that you've built. Okay? Now that was enough intelligent talk. Okay, you guys can get that kind of intelligence if you stop drinking the coffees. Now we can get back to just shooting the shit. Ryan, how have you been, bro? Let me ask you a question. You took a break from trading. How do you feel like that break has been helping you out, Ryan? My boy's
Damn.
fucking
So
into a set right now.
yeah, bro, I'm literally on a rest break. What you mean, bro? So honestly, it took a year off, man, and it had nothing to do with trading well, trading poorly. It was everything outside of trading, right? Like I felt like trading became um started to take over other aspects of my life, and I needed to be a little more balanced. And I knew that trading was never going to go anywhere, right? So I had no fear in taking a break to improve the other aspects of my life that I knew were lacking. That was kind of the main purpose, and obviously a little bit of burnout, working with chart addicts and trading and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? We're all human. So
Mhm.
it was hard for me to take a step back. I think the one of the hardest decisions of my life was actually telling you, like, hey, bro, I got to take a step back from CA because I didn't want to. It was everything against my mentality at the time. I was very like headstrong in that. But I knew I knew in that moment like I was making a hard decision, but it was also the right decision. And
Oh, so did you
I
take a
can
break
say
from trading entirely?
I did. When I told you I had to take a break from CA, I also took a break from trading. And
Now, up until that
I
point,
was
were you like happy with the results that you were seeing in trading, or was it to the point where you were like because all the other stuff was happening, it was getting in the way of your trading?
so I would say I was still trading competently compared to most people, right? Most people,
Yeah,
I think I had
yeah.
to I had to step up obviously just by working with you, working with the team. We got the secrets, you know what I'm saying? We had the sauce. But compared to what my peak could be, I was definitely going below that. And I could tell, when you're sleep deprived, when you're working long hours, when you're trying to multitask, you're never going to be at peak performance. So for me, it was like, even though I'm still doing okay, I could see the cracks. And so I decided to take that step back. And honestly, I think that's the hardest thing for most people because we get so engrossed in the day to day and our goals that sometimes it's hard for us to take that step back and be like, oh, hey, maybe I do need to take a break. So I
But then
can
they hear a story
confidently,
from you and they're like, well, maybe, but I mean, if it worked for Ryan, he's got this fresh perspective, he comes back ready to go. Maybe this is what I need. So maybe it becomes a lot easier once they have a story or two of success of people who can take a break, come back refreshed instead of coming back like deer in the headlights. You get what I'm saying?
100%. I think that's a big
See that
takeaway. I
example.
think most people can say, and I feel like I'm really refreshed. Like I'm hungry, bro. I feel really good. Like I was in hibernation, and let's just say, I need to get that next meal. You know what I'm saying? So I feel very ready to attack the markets, and I'm doing that NAS masterclass. So anyone else, definitely hit that up because Roy knows what he's talking about, guys.
My
So yeah,
God, yeah, I
I'm a
love it.
big proponent of that, man. I know you can't take a trading break for a whole year just because you are so important in this regard and you're teaching so many people. But if you do have the opportunity, guys, like it's not the worst thing in the world. Trust me.
Yeah, 100%. Now I do take breaks, like especially when we're working on the summit stuff. People don't realize how much of a break I have to take because there's so many moving parts. I can't realistically trade. Oh, all my markups just disappeared. Okay, but I can't realistically make all the best decisions when I have that many things hanging over my head. So at the point where I'm at now, is like I definitely take breaks. And what I realized with trading is that a few good months will set you up for the next two or three. This idea that you're going to be profitable every single month, unless you're willing to commit your life to trading, like maintaining that sort of momentum for that long is very tough. So what most successful traders do is we maximize the months where we make a lot of money, and that allows us some margin of error for the next 2 3 months. If I want to take a break, I can. If I want to lower my risk, I can. I don't have to trade to make money that month because I'm already set. So that's really, and also you can invest in shit. But Ryan, I appreciate you sharing that story. Guys, in case you guys don't know, me and Ryan we were trading cryptos together back when, dude? 2016? We were
Yeah,
investing in
I'd say
cryptos.
it was before Bitcoin had that big pump. I think at the time we were meeting up like Bitcoin was pre 4,000, dude.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah, it was way below that. I think
You know
this
what I
was
mean?
like
Like we were early.
2016, pre Big Bang.
We used to go do those meetups at the Capitol Ale House
The
downtown in
Capitol
Richmond,
Ale
Virginia.
House. Dude, that place is iconic. Iconic. Ryan was the first millionaire I saw in crypto. Ryan was a crypto millionaire at one point.
Yeah, we don't need to bring that up. We don't need to bring that up, bro.
You know, I love you, Ryan. Bro, these things, these are learning lessons for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like all the
No,
lessons
actually,
that
yeah,
I
I
failed.
take that in stride. You
Yeah.
know, I think everything happens for a reason, right?
Bro,
I
that's
saw seven figure. I saw seven figures. I saw commas. Didn't pull out when I needed to, but that was a important part of my journey.
bro, the
You
next
know,
time
you
you
gotta
see
have.
commas, you're pulling. You feel me?
Hey, just like Future said, fuck up these commas, bro.
Yeah. All right. So we were actually right here, bro. We were in right before, actually, this is 2017, right? So yeah, we were in 2016. Dude, this is before Bitcoin was even at 1,000.
Oh damn, man, you're right. I mean, that
Yeah,
looks
we
that's
were in
crazy,
right
bro.
here.
That looks like when the heart monitor at the hospital, stops beeping. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no pulse down there, bro.
There was no pulse ever. And then again, this is the period that made me the most amount of money. But it's because of the lessons I learned in this bull run that I was able to catch this one. Okay. And it's the lessons that I learned in both of those that allowed me to catch this biggest one. Because I still made a bunch of mistakes in 2019, right? When the thing popped off. But I'm very lucky because I left some cash on the sideline. And when the COVID crash hit, price went all the way back down to 3,800. But because of all those lessons, that's what's allowed me to be dollar cost averaging in this dry period. I'm expecting one more of these and then a pop off in 2024 after the halving. I think I'm going to see a
Bro,
crash at the halving.
you know what I love about the current consolidation on Bitcoin? I love how the chart looks right now on it because you can see how gradual these higher highs and higher lows are looking versus we just had like spikes, bro. You know, pre like during 17 during the pandemic, you could just
Bro,
see there
this
was
is the
no
$1 million
break.
right here. Okay? Look at, bro, this is going to be baby cakes. We're not even going to be able to see this.
Yeah. I
Fam,
know that's why it's important to be loading up right now. Like you can see we're gradually creeping back up to those all-time highs. It's
but we have
coming, man.
a range here. This is still technically considered a premium, and this is the discount down here. So ideally, we would want to be buying, dollar cost averaging, and we would hope for some kind of retracement. So I actually stopped dollar cost averaging because I'm expecting some sort of dip, maybe around the halving next year, because everybody's expecting some kind of bullish run for the halving. Not I, sir. Is price at our entry, guys? Did we miss the entry? No, we did not. Bro, did I just lose all of my markups? Pitiful. I only need 30 seconds to cook them back, but I had so many of the buys and sells lined up. It just kind of, all right, we'll do it from scratch. Okay, I'm done. That was easy. Okay. Why don't you put an alert? You can risk losing the entry. You're right. But the thing is, I'm here live. I'm here live and I have all of you guys. It's like, no, that's a good point. A fucking smart ass over here. All right. That was deep. Ryan needed to hear that. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Yes, sir. Got the band back together. All right. I see Bitcoin hitting 10K. Man, these people just fucking got crystal balls out here. It's possible, but we don't know. You got to build a strategy based on the I don't know what's going to happen next. You could have clicked the undo button on the top right. I did. I went all the way to the undo button and it hit the maximum. It hit the fucking the end of it, and I don't know how we got to that point, but I mean, we just broke out of the range anyways, so time for a new markup regardless. But yes. Let's go through this. Someone had the right answer. Who was it? Oh, Yuri Tavares. Yeah, Yuri, great point, bro. Bullish bearish scenario. You got it right. You guys can go back through the chats and read that. Are we at 150 likes yet? Not even close. People, what's wrong with y'all? 150 likes. We drop in the last promo code for the NAS100 masterclass. I'm going to stay on here and take this trade. This might not happen until about 1. No, I'm not going to stream that long. Yo, how about this? If the trade is going to take another 2 hours, then we'll end the stream and I'll come back and stream in 2 hours. I'll literally just turn on your notifications. I'll come back and stream in 2 hours and we'll take the trade live. Because I know sometimes the trade idea does not happen until later. You guys see me post about it and you're like, damn, we missed it. Da, da, da. So we can just do it live. What do you guys think? Okay, cool. Maybe you are in the wrong watch list. No, I did. It's Oanda. Bro, I know my quotes, baby. But I spend more time on TradingView than I do on any other website, famio. This is kind of my life. Just some patience. Said, let's do it. Hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button, people. Hit that, smash that like button. Yo, has anybody here noticed something a little bit about the ads on the streams? I don't know if you guys noticed this. Nobody even said nothing today. Did anyone make a specialized an observation about what happened that's unique to any other time? Anyone notice anything special?
Like a certain owner of Twitter, we decided not to sell our values to the advertisers.
Fuck the advertisers. Not all of them. Most of them. Like, why would I want a Geico insurance commercial on this stream? I'm sitting here looking through this shit because I didn't even know I have YouTube Premium because it's 12 fucking dollars a month and I value my time. And those 30-second ads, they add up. I listen to audiobooks all day. Right? I listen to audiobooks all day. You guys think I'm about to sit here and watch ads? It's 12 fucking dollars, yo. Come on. So I have YouTube Premium. So I had no idea that these ads were pulling up. Dude, I'm watching this shit on the other account that I don't have YouTube Premium on. And there's like a Pampers commercial. No, not a Pampers commercial. They had like a fucking, there was an insurance thing. There was like a, but all this random shit. All right. So what we're going to do is it's only chart addicts. We're going to, bro, I think we make $7 a stream or some dumb shit. I don't even know why the ads are on. Ridiculousness. The interview with Richard Olson was bomb. Any others you would recommend? Which Chris is this? Which Chris is this, bro? You've been asking good questions. And he said, I like the dollar milkshake guy too. That's funny as hell. All right. So I'll show you guys some of my favorite podcasts on the channel. We'll go through some of them. And matter of fact, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shout out a different podcast from our channel every day. And then what we'll do is we will watch. That's funny as hell. You guys see how we were talking about this? And I just got recommended it. This is nuts. Because it got the For You. This recommended shit. But that's nuts. This is how we know whether they are listening. Elise said, first day back trading after a 3-week break. I feel like I'm back home. Got to break it in with chart addicts. What's up, Elise? Everybody say W Elise in the chat. Good to see you. Said the ads are gone. Yeah, they are. No more ads on these streams, man. It's a waste of time. What we're gonna do is we'll watch probably 5-10 minutes of a certain podcast, and I'll let you guys go through and watch it yourselves. And so I'll let you guys pick. Chris said I was in the last NAS Mastermind. I like you, Chris. So I'll let you guys pick which one you guys want to watch. Let's go through some classics here. Do you guys want to watch the one with the Funded Trader CEO Angelo? There's this one with top tier CEO Anthony's World and my good friend QB Stu. The Steve Luke one was really good. The Ken Chigbo one was really good. This one was a surprising heater with Goldfather, with Dimitri. That was really good. One of my personal favorites I have with Mad Charts. And so Mad Charts gave us the funded challenge. This one would make sense to check out. The one with Alex G was all right. We had a few others that we did before that with Raul that I think were a little bit more educational, less lifestyle stuff. This one was just Drew going through his strategy. So okay, let's break this down. We can do Mad Charts. We can watch Angelo, Mad Charts, Angelo, or it's a really good one here. You guys let me know. Put your vote in the comments. You do Mad Charts, Angelo. Let me see some of these. I'm trying to find something that's relevant. We can do the one with Umar. This one was really educational. That one was really good. Oh, Anthony Pompliano. I don't know if you guys are in the crypto space. If you guys know crypto, the podcast with Anthony Pompliano is really, really good too. We can listen to the podcast with Bob Elliott on where the economy is going and just kind of get his take on, and I'll just kind of like summarize some things that he was saying. You guys, just wait on it. Just wait on it. Okay? I explained this in the class about how often this happens. Look, if you want to chase the market, this is your R&R. It's 1.1. All right, people will chase, and then they'll be dragged into the depths of drawdown where our entry will be waiting for them at a beautiful 3.2 to 1 R. Where are the 25 people that need to like? Yo, yeah, if you guys like this stream, 150 likes, I drop a promo code. So there's a lot of people on the stream right now that are waiting for some of y'all to like it so that they can get a promo code to the NAS100 masterclass because they want to get in, but they want that promo. Make sure you guys take advantage. So let me know what vote, which one do you guys want to watch? We're not going to watch it. We'll listen to it in the background while we trade. And I'll kind of just go through and give my opinion about if anything has changed. But we have Angelo. We have the one with Bob Elliott. We have Mad Charts. And guys, our podcast, we have so many great podcasts here. So many great ones. The first one with James Storms and Q Banks, the OG, Lambo Raul and FX Alex G. Before there was a little, what it was, split. The Mamba FX one, I wouldn't even bother. All right, I wouldn't bother. It's a stain on my record as an interviewer. Charlene, love Charlene. Check that out for sure. James Storms and QB Stu. This one was really fun. Okay, we were zooted, just out here, just having a great time. Derek Vandy, always great talking to Derek. Jessica, this was a great one as well. We have Q Banks and Anthony, the duo interview. I don't know if anybody's ever interviewed Q and Anthony at the same time. This one, I feel like, but Anthony was just drunk the whole time, so we'll pass that one. These are sleepers. So the one with Michaela and Abel, these have the lowest amount of views on the podcast. These are the sleepers. Okay. The one with Emil, this is good. We have Swaggy C, Emil. We have the first episode of Yacht Talks. We have Umar. We have QB Stu. Jason turned $500 to $85,000 in a week. $500 to $85,000 in a week, bro. This was fucking nuts. And then I saw Drew turn 1K to 10K in three days. Then we have Alex G. The Matt Charts one, this one is surprisingly good. I got Aman. The one with Dimitri is surprisingly good. I say surprisingly. I want to be a dickhead about it. Steve Luke, this one was awesome. Ken Chigbo, this one I had to do. I used to follow Ken back in the day, like 2015. The Trade Zella guy interview, Umar, that one. Yeah, I like that one too. Why do I regret the Mamba FX one? Yusuf, you're young. I was gonna say use your critical thinking, but you're young. I'll give you a pass on that one. Okay. We got Angela. You guys can pick. And the Josh we're gonna be dropping new interviews here pretty soon. For everybody, I told you guys to wait for the 886. You're gonna see why here in just a second. UJ is in drawdown. That's cute. It'll come back. Okay, let's get prepped for this operation right here. Try to line up some price action cues right here. Yep, 1640 is where it's going to be on this chart. So I'm going to wait for this thing to come down to 1640. I'm going to start layering in trades here, here, and here. Yo, team, do I have a meeting with TradeZella? Or not TradeZella. Do I have a meeting with TradeLocker, bro? Today? Am I good? Yo, why do I feel like that shit was supposed to be today? My bad, you guys. Give me 1 second. I think I'm supposed to be on a meeting, but obviously I can't because I'm streaming. Come on, people, like the stream. Yeah, we got 11 more likes, and we're dropping the promo code. This thing's about to set up. All right, so he said Mamba scamming. Da, 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 da. You guys, look, if you can't figure out why I'm disappointed in that one, yes, I'm kind of I'm goofy on here, but you know what I'm saying? I have standards. This is a professional standards. Licensed, regulated broker dealer and wealth manager turned full-time trader, host of the FX Summit, host of the greatest podcast in trading. And then we got Mamba FX. Guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, Roy, T said you're good.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. No, there's no meeting. That's tomorrow.
What's up, Bryce?
What's up, bro?
Are you still out wherever you're at on vacation?
No. I'm finally back home. I'm finally back.
My dude, welcome back.
Thank you. Happy to be back. I'll be trading again.
He said trade locker meeting is tomorrow. Oh, what that was a fucking close call. Okay, good stuff. Appreciate you, Bryce. All righty. So everybody, wait for that 886. It's coming. It's coming. Be patient. Let me read through some of these. Yeah, Mamba. This is like Chris Wallace interviewing fucking Ali G. Fucking. Some of you guys are too young to know what any of that means. Ask your father. Okay. Started watching your stream. My $50,000 account was negative 1K. Now I'm up in profit. God bless, bro. Looking forward to the masterclass. Well, Mike Pineda, congratulations. Stop predicting the markets though, because I've been seeing you in the chats. But you're gonna fucking blow the money back and be like, "Oh, it was chart addicts." Ain't nobody tell you just to predict the markets. I want you guys to understand this. You blow your account over leveraging. Do not come back and be like, "Oh, I learned from chart addicts." I did not teach you that shit. You did not learn that shit from me. Okay? Okay? Fucking, if you go blow that shit, do not go telling people it was us. I tried. So we got Angelo. We got to vote for Angelo here. We got Umar. Umar. Angelo. It's kind of 50-50. Well, let's do a tiebreaker. Put a 1 for the Angelo podcast. Put a 2 for the Umar podcast. 1 for Angelo. 2 for Umar. I'll let you guys know a little hint. The Umar podcast is very, very good for traders. The Angelo podcast is very enlightening because he literally breaks down the whole prop firm industry start to finish. This is built like an 886. Oh, hey, yo. Chill out. 4 more likes and we're dropping a promo code. Let's make a funny ass promo code today. Nah, damn. Nah, it's too funny. I'm kind of fucked up. What's the funniest joke for the day? Let's make it that one. Do something, yo, whoever's making the promo code, do something like coffee drinkers are brain dead 11 and make that the promo code. No. Do bang over coffee 25. That's too many words though, bro. Ain't nobody trying to type that shit in. I'll let you guys. This is why the team makes the promo codes, bro. I'm here to trade. We got 2. Everyone says Umar. Nobody wants to hear from Angelo. Y'all are fucking hilarious. Okay, Umar it is. Let's run it up. Just let me know if you guys can hear the audio through the screen.
That I'm going on in the
Can you guys hear him?
near future, it's a lot different, right? There's no real text. There's a very
Yo, son, Noah, that's fucking. Noah says full margin the like button like a baby pips trader seeing a breakout for the first time. Yo, son, bro, I'm a fan of Noah, bro. I'm a fan of Noah. I think Noah is fucking hilarious. He said no Mamba 30. Dude, I was about to, but I ain't about to give him more clout today. It's okay. There's no need to give him that attention. That's where I was gonna go with this. I was like, there's no need for me to just be a dickhead. But yeah, he said full margin the like button like a baby pips trader, seeing a breakout for the first time. That's comedy gold. It's a one-liner. We're 2 likes away. Somebody just unliked the video. Man. Okay.
different process where I only make money
So you guys can hear him. We're all good.
if you make money. So
Welcome back, everybody, to another special episode of the Expert Trader podcast series. We have a very special guest on the show today, millionaire trader and entrepreneur, founder of Stock Market Lab and TradeZella, Umar Ashraf. Welcome to the podcast.
what's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
This is my young boy. This is a year ago, a little bit like a year and a half ago. I still hadn't moved to Miami.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you for stopping by. I know you're a busy guy, so thanks for making time for this.
Thank you for having me. How's the weather in Miami looking?
I'm actually not in Miami yet. I still live in Virginia. I'm moving in about 2 weeks.
Oh, no way. I always thought you were in Miami. I think because of the event you threw up, I thought makes sense.
You know, we did the summit there because obviously no one's going to come to Virginia for an event. So
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
yeah, I was right. No one's going to come to Virginia for an event.
Give a quick backstory on yourself.
Sure. So my name is Umar. I have been trading stocks and options from 2013.
Congratulations, everybody. We just hit 154 likes, 155 likes on the stream. I love it. Team, come up with the funniest promo code that you guys can think of and drop it for the team. We're gonna do a 25% off today just for the people on this stream. It will expire exactly 24 hours from now. All right. Congratulations, everybody. If you guys wanted to get into the masterclass, this is your chance. Thank you, everybody who participated. I appreciate your participation. Let's go through this interview.
So about to get 10 years. Just realized that a few minutes before. Started when I was 18.
How do I feel about Bullseye exposing everybody? Buddy, this is not fucking new information. This guy's acting like, bro. Guys, this stuff is around. Do some research. That dude is clout chasing, and Sway just got kicked off MetaQuotes. So, you feel what I'm saying?
Currently 27. Started off trading stocks. Took me about 2 years, 2.5 years to kind of get consistent, get good at it.
Alexandria, Virginia. Shout out to Alexandria, bro. I went to West Springfield High School.
Scaled more setups, focused on more setups, more strategies, and just try to scale that up as much as possible. Opened up the idea of trading options about 4 years ago. So took my stock trading, elevated into the options, and currently I also run TradeZella. We're a journaling platform. Aiming to become more than a journaling platform, basically one hub to help traders improve, their psychology, their edge, fine tune it, identify it, things like that. And that's about it.
That's awesome. For those of you guys who are Forex traders, TradeZella is basically like my FX book, but it's going to be like an upgraded version. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
First off, I was 100% correct on that. TradeZella is the upgraded version of my FX book now. More or less. So we got Robert E. Lee High School in here, bro. Okay. I went to West Springfield High School. If anybody here is from Nova, shout out to y'all. Shout out to Nova gang. But no one's coming to fucking Nova for an FX summit. Miami is the greatest city in America. But shout out to my DMV folks and my Nova people. I want to say the promo code is BANG25. Tatiana, I will not remove the video. I will do as I please. But I appreciate the suggestion.
Yeah.
You threw to win, what was it, 20 grand into a few
Yeah.
names and managed to hit big. Did the typical thing, blew it all down, and then started from scratch. Can we kind of start from there? When you restarted and you refunded an account after having gone through that up and down, can you walk us through how you rebuilt and what that whole process taught you?
Sure. So and also keep in mind, 2013 trading wasn't as big as it is now, right? So wanting to be a trader or being attracted to trading wasn't as hot as now. So right now, if someone fails, it's very easy to keep going because you'll see certain people making money and doing well. Back then, it wasn't that big. So I essentially got started. I went on Forbes, looked at who made the most amount of money the year prior, and it was a hedge fund manager. I was like, oh, what do hedge fund managers do? They're involved in stocks. How can I get involved in stocks? Wow, I can trade. Okay. I opened an account. I had 20 grand saved up, jumped into the market. My first trade was JCPenney, right? I remember this very vividly. I put in the full amount into JCPenney. The stock went down 50%. My 20K turned to 10K, right? And then I waited another month. That 10K went to 24K. So now I made 4 or 3K on that trade. Essentially, it was a terrible trade because my drawdown was 50%.
All right, I just entered my first position. I got very close to my 88.6. So I entered the first one and I saved just enough ammo here. If the market wants to come back into this range, I can enter again down here. Got so close.
But I was like, wow, I just made 4 grand. And I'm in high school at the time. I have an early birthday. So I was like, wow, I made 4 grand. I'm so good at what I do. I can keep doing this. So I kept taking that money, 24K, next trade. Account grew to 35, maybe 40 grand up or down. And you go on a high horse, you think you know what you're doing. And then next thing that happens, you go into one trade, have a big drawdown. And then you tell yourself, well, it's okay, everyone loses money in trading. Another trade, same thing, another trade, same thing. You go into summer of that year, my account's down about 2,000. So I touch a high of almost 40 grand to now having 2,000. So I go, oh man, trading is not it. This is hard. It's way harder than I thought. And essentially that's when, all the people around you step in and say, see, trading is a scam or trading isn't great. It's not for everyone. Only billionaires are able to make it or whatever. Everyone has something to say. For me, I was just kind of like, hey, there's people that are successful in this. And obviously we hear the 90%, 95% rule of how many people are successful in trading and not. And I was like, I want to be that few percent that can make it. I need to figure out how, right? And the thing with me is I'm when you're young, you're very hard-headed. When you can't do something, you want to do it more.
Yeah, some of us never go out of that.
It could be bad depending on what you're doing. So at that time, it benefited me because I was like, okay, I need to figure it out. So now I also told myself at the point where I was like, I wasn't actually giving it my all. And what I mean by giving it my all, I'm
right, I'm going to have to pause that just for a second because price is at entry, ladies and gents. Price is now officially at entry. Still no rejection, but I'm already in these 2 positions. My total risk on these trades is about 0.5%. But I might bump that up 1 trade. I might get in here, bump that up just slightly because we are at that prime entry. And what I can do is I can enter another position here and then close out this worse position that I have. And so that's what I think I will do right now. Okay, so now I have those 2 positions in and I have this early entry. So what I can do is when the market retraces back up, I can close this earlier entry and break even and then hold these 2. Or close one, hold one. Now I have some options. I got some optionality here. Still within the reasonable margin of risk. Higher time. This thing could continue dropping. Yeah, of course it can. But even if it drops, I still want to see some kind of rejection here. And then if it wants to drop, I think we'll still get this push from the lows. He said, let me see, any questions here? Roy, why are you ignoring me? Mr. Finesser, ain't nobody ignoring you, bro. You want me to stop the whole show just to answer you? What's going on? Well, now you did just stop the whole show. I worked 2 nights of the class. Do you send out the recordings? Yes. DMV put New Balance sneakers on the map for the whole US? Yes. If you didn't own a pair of 993s, you're going to get bullied. That was the DMV culture.
Actually spending the time to kind of sharpen my apps, focusing on what I need to work on, focusing on how can I improve, focusing on what is there for me to improve on. So I was like, you know what, I need to give it a fair shot. So a couple of months, went back to working, also started college, doing college for 3 semesters. So working, trying to save up money, selling iPhone, side hustles, all those things, built up a little bit more money. And I was like, let me start again. Right. So I started again, and same thing. 2 months in, lost all my money. I think the second time was around like 15 grand. Saved up, lost it, and went back to it. And I was like, why am I losing money? And I was like, it essentially takes me 3 or 4 trades where I lose a lot of money. So I would have, like, on a 15K account, imagine losing 4K on each trade. But then when you make money, you're making 100.
That's called accuracy, man. Look at that. Come on. Now we just need the follow through, which is obviously it takes patience. It's going to take some time, but that's accuracy. We on the 5-minute chart right now. All right. We get this follow through. It'll be a wick entry. I'm back on the higher time frames before I get talked out of my trade by some 5-minute candle. All right. Bada boom. There's the alert. I really hate that sound. Hey, Roy, why don't you set alerts? That's why.
Okay, this is not sufficient. So how do I adjust that? Obviously, I need to make more on a trade than I lose. Why am I losing more? Like, these basic, simple things. And like I said, trading back then wasn't as big as it is now, with the education on Instagram, Twitter, and all these basic concepts that we hear now weren't basic then, right? So then I start going into more digging, more understanding. And then from there, I start educating myself, right? And all the education is online. You can find education online. The only problem with education online is all scattered. Right. So you might find one strategy, but no one goes in depth that this strategy works with this way of trading. That strategy works with that way of trading. So when you're starting out, you're applying every indicator, every strategy. So from there, long story short, 2 years go by, restart again. I take a step back. I focus a lot on, the key things that I'm trying to do. And the key thing that I kind of focused on was, how do I become a better trader?
Oh, here
Not
it is.
do I make X amount? Because my goal was to make it 100 grand. Now,
all right, this thing dropped straight through all my entries. It's sitting pretty close to my SL here, but the charts are looking a little bit different. So I'm going to have to move my stop loss down for this trade. Let me show you guys where I'm adjusting it to real quick. This is the NAS100 trade. 16 flat. Confirm. This one's good. This one's way too close. There's no point in being in a trade with a tight stop loss where the stop loss just gets crushed and then it goes your way. That's kind of frustrating. And so I at least want to give the trade enough room to play around and then come back up to my entries. A lot of people, what they'll do is, because they're scared to lose, they'll just put a tighter stop loss. And then what happens is it's guaranteed to hit. You're guaranteed to lose money. At least here, I got a 50-50 shot of the market retracing back up to entry or continuing to crash. I at least have a chance here. Piece of me wants to enter one more trade so I can get a better entry and then scoop it all up on the way up. But I'm trying to do the calculation here. I'm already over risked because I have 0.5% on UJ and 0.5% on these trades, slightly over half. So I'm risking 1% total now. But I'm thinking about it from a hedging standpoint. 20-point difference here. So if I enter here, retracement, now I'll probably just leave it. 0.5% is good enough. You said the 4 hours looking great. Yeah. Just really want to see this thing break and then just wick back above 16,000. Dude, it's getting so close to SL. We're still in range. Still in range, still in range, still in range. This is either going to be the best entry of all time at this price right here, or this thing is gone. It's got to reject here. If it doesn't wick back
Hey,
above
Roy,
this 886, not looking too hot.
if you move that fib from the bottom down to that tiny wick, it is at the 88 right now. I remember earlier you were kind of talking to people about how, where do you start that fib from the bottom of that wick or from that next impulse? So, I mean, technically it still looks valid. Just got to
Oh,
reject
it
here,
is. It is. Yeah, the thing is sometimes I'm on the higher time frames, and if you don't go low enough, you don't realize, because I have a rule which is body to wick. But what I'm realizing is on the lower time frames, the body is all the way down here. And then the very top wick is all the way up here, which puts us exactly at the 886. Which means one more entry. All right. I'm going to have to hedge myself out. So this will be a one more entry situation. Good call, Ryan. This is a fucking... That was Ryan, right?
Yeah, Mr. H.
My dude. That fucking break did you wonders, bro. Thing did you right. Okay.
Do you mind going over real quick? What was the thing you realized when you started going from body to wick versus wick to wick?
Oh, number one, when I was going to wick, I was missing a lot of trades. Because especially with the way that brokers worked, like I would put an alert somewhere and it would go to that zone, but it wouldn't, like it was never really going to my entries. When I started going body to wick, it would hit every single time without fail. And sometimes it would dip below the 88.6. But the entries below the 886 were always my favorite anyways. So I guess, I mean, wick to wick would work, but I was just missing a few too many trades because I was waiting for too perfect of an entry.
Awesome insight. Thanks for that.
Yeah, man. These brokers are jacked up, dude. Jacked up. All right, let's get to this.
Instead of, hey, I'm trying to make 100 grand, it was how do I become good at trading? Now, what do I emphasize as good at trading? How do I make more on a trade and lose less? How do I keep my position size minimal? How do I keep my losses minimal? How do I, manage my losing positions? Wow, as when I'm wrong in a trade, my ego kicks in and it tells me that I'm not going to sell and I size in. How do I prevent that? So I spent the next year and a half, which equated to 2.5 years on focusing on that. And one thing I did, I probably still have it in my house. I had a trading journal. Like I used to write everything down, my game plan, what I did, how I feel, and that for me was like the biggest thing, just to learn about myself.
I totally agree. I feel like that was my big shift. When you say taking it seriously, and that was a really great rundown of all the different phases that like most traders go through, kind of summed up. But I kind of went through the same thing where I realized putting in the work really means being honest with yourself, doing the... Yo, NASDAQ daily is looking ugly. This is either going to be the most historic wick fill of all time, or, ladies and gents, this thing could be ready to come back down. That is an aggressive candle on the daily. But everything retraces. Everything retraces. This is why when they say patience pays, we're going to see stuff that you don't want to do, which is try patience playing itself out. Looking at before and afters and sort of analyzing the performance. So first off, you're a millionaire stock trader. Is that a fact?
Listen, I one thing I say.
I should have just asked him.
There's a millionaire stock trader in Instagram world now, and I'm not gonna say I am or I'm not. I'm just gonna say you can go on my Instagram or my Twitter. I post live logins to my account. So I put the live login to my TD Ameritrade, which is a verified broker. It's not like a fake broker or whatever.
This is when I knew that me and Umar were gonna become boys.
Right. So I tell people to base it off that.
So basically, that's a yes.
Yeah, but this industry makes it very hard to immediately be like, yeah.
To take on that,
No.
yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna slap the clickbait caption on you. So you're a very successful.
Wait.
able to-
I did slap the clickbait caption. 27-year-old millionaire trader reveals secret to $5.5 million portfolio. I sent this to him before we dropped the video. I was like, bro, I know I made you a promise I wasn't gonna clickbait the shit out of this video, but I did. But it's true. It's not even clickbait. It's true.
Can you talk to us about growing capital? This is something that I'm very interested in. How do you see growing small capital, and how do you see the timeline of how people should be looking at growing capital?
So I think everyone needs to understand that there's going to be a different timeline for every individual to grow capital, right? So the biggest thing with trading is I think trading is a career where you discover a lot about yourself. I think up until you get to the optimal point, you can't or you won't be able to manage a large amount of capital.
All right, guys. This trade it ain't looking too hot. I'll be honest. I'm talking about patience and all that, but the daily looks like this thing is about to crash out of the sky. And as patient as I am, my eyes are, I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I'm seeing what I'm seeing. So I'm keeping my eye on this. We start breaking the lows, guys. I'm not holding until SL. I will close this trade prematurely. And we will re-enter. So for now, we're still good as long as we don't close below this low. But if we close below this low, y'all, I ain't waiting until stop loss. I'm getting out of the trade.
A lot of people say, oh, well, if I had $50,000 or $100,000, I would be able to trade better. And I tell them, no, it's the opposite. When you trade with more money, it's actually a lot harder because of the emotional weigh downs that you have.
Listen to this part.
With the size, losing $200 on a trade is a lot different than losing $2,000 or $20,000. So it essentially starts with where you are right now with the current capital. How are you able to manage that capital, right? In terms of what is your risk to reward ratio? What is your planned risk to reward ratio? What is your actual risk to reward ratio? What is your average winning trade? What is your average losing trade, right? What is your best setup? Define your best setup. What market conditions do you trade best under? How do you read market conditions? Now, these are some basic questions that you can't answer. I don't think you're in a position to add size. Right. And these are the questions that you need to be answered. You need to be able to answer and repeatedly do over and over again. Right. Like, hey, like one setup I have is an opening driveway. Right. I have a criteria for that setup. Another setup I have is a morning bounce day. I have a criteria. That criteria now becomes repeatable. Right. My reaction to that setup also becomes repeatable. What I mean by my action is now if I'm in the trade and I'm up 20%. Or I'm up 10% on the trade, or I'm up 3R, how do I react? How do I now manage that position? Do I get greedy and say, well, I want to juice out more out of this trade? Or am I like, no, let me start scaling out. Let me start adjusting. Am I able to recognize my patterns in real time? So all those things play a role.
He said, I think the price will move up faster than it went down. So that's what I thought. Like, that's what I've been expecting. I've been expecting that snapback this whole time, but we're already past the 11:20 volume session. And then this is usually, it's going to get slow for about 10-20 minutes before the next volume push. And I don't know if that next volume push is going to go our way. I was waiting for that snap, but we're kind of past that season already, bro. We're like 10 minutes too late. That shit was supposed to happen about 10 minutes ago. It's still possible, but every pip is getting away from the entry. It's getting less and less possible. This could be it. Now, if we could talk about fundamental reasons why this would have happened with GDP coming out at 5.2 is because a strong market economy means inflation is going to stay high. Inflation staying high means that, he said, my trade hit SL. No, it didn't. We still in, baby. Don't scare me like that. Whoa. Don't scare me like that. What that means is, fuck, man, y'all fuck me up. Oh, yeah. Jerome Powell is going to have to raise interest rates because if GDP is still running strong, it means that people still have jobs and it means that consumers are still spending. If both of those things are true, it means that inflation, the prices will not come down. The only way that prices come down is if we go to the store, we see a price and we just walk out. We're like, I'm not paying that today. They have to drive the prices down. If we walk in the store every day, we keep buying it at whatever markup they put, then inflation stays high. So this high GDP number is kind of more in the camp of Jerome Powell is going to have to raise rates next year because inflation isn't going anywhere. Oh, there's that snap back in. No snap yet. No snap. We just need that snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. See, we get that snap back in. So that could be a very bearish sentiment shift for people because Jerome Powell's coming up on the 13th here to speak. Very likely for him to say that, look, the economic conditions are strong, but inflation isn't coming down. We need to go into a recession in order for prices to come down. And as soon as he says we need to go into a recession in order for prices to come down, that means that he's going to raise interest rates to send us into a recession. I believe he will cut rates and gold will go mooning. Why would he cut rates? Inflation is still hot. And if he's going to cut rates, the market would absolutely keep flying. So I'm glad you didn't close the live stream today. No, I'm going to have to stay on here until we get kicked or until the trade comes back. Yeah, this thing is going to keep crashing. Trades hit SL. Back under break even. Pitiful. We're back under break even, y'all. It only takes one trade to get back into profits. So everybody, hold on tight. UJ is a swing trade. So you're going to have to be more patient with this one. This is not going to happen like, this is not a day trade. But NAS100, this is a day trade. That one did not go well. Ladies and gentlemen, I am human, as a reminder. I know you guys were like, well, is it even possible for this guy to lose? The answer is yes, very clearly. And it's not fun. He said, there goes Trade Locker. Well, I'm not going to, why would I blame Trade Locker for losing a trade? This man's crazy. I do not blame Trade Locker for my own mistakes. People, if you're a trader, you make a decision. You make a conscious decision with buying or selling every time. He said, are we out? Kinda. I mean, technically the trade is still valid, but I got kicked out of my trades, but I'm going to re-enter one more because the trade is still valid. And I feel like I just set my stops way too tight on Trade Locker for some reason. I put it below the consolidation. This is at 970. And I had it here right at 16,000. It should have been right here. Well, that's embarrassing. Let's wait on this. One trade will make it back. He said, why is it valid? Because we still haven't closed below the daily lows. He says, don't buy it. The sell is too strong. That's my buy signal. If the chat's telling me not to do it, probably the right move. Except for Elise. Elise knows what she's doing. He says, wait, the trading view stops were safe. Yeah, they were. There it is. It's a tough one, y'all. It's a tough one. So, what was the daily verdict for today? Let me go through, look at the trade history, go to the day, refresh it. Oof. Negative 400. That's less than 0.5%. Still got about a little bit of ammo to go. I can't talk. It's now or never. Okay, back in. One more try for the NASDAQ buys. It only takes one LLC. It's my new company I'm starting. It said it only takes one. Trade Locker is logging people out. Is this true? Walter says do the opposite of the masses. You feel me? Like if people in the if people are in the chats telling me not to do it, probably the right move. Probably. But Trade Locker is moving a little bit slower than TradingView. TradingView back above the 886. This thing hasn't even pushed. Oh, it's pushing. Kinda. They basically just like stole TradingView's whole flow, word for word, bar for bar. I'm logged out. I don't think it's Trade Locker that's logging people out. I think it's the broker that you're using through Trade Locker, I think. But it also says demo right here. Oh, no, that's not a demo. I don't know. I think this is a beta. If y'all trust in Q and Anthony's platform and will have problems on Trade Locker, that's on you. Joe Fargo, you feel what I'm saying? Like, everybody got to be an adult. Everyone's got to make a choice. All right, we're back above the 88.6. Back above the 886. A little tough. Says Trade Locker affiliated with TradingView. They look real similar. That's my first question at the meeting I'm gonna have with them. I'm like, so Spider-Man meme, you know, where they're both pointing at each other. I'm like, this is a what are we doing here? What do we got going on? Says the good trade is the hard trade. Yeah. I think everyone just got stopped out, so best time to enter. Yeah. This is very valid. I don't know why I had my stop so tight on Trade Locker, bro. This was the stupidest thing ever. The stop loss is clearly set here at 25 points below this daily low. And I had this thing like right at the daily lows. I was just seeing the consolidation right here. It was actually from down here. So it's got to be 25 points below that daily low. And I was just bugging. Stupid mistake. One trade will make it back. You can't over leverage your way out of a mistake that you made a stupid choice into. I made a few, improper decisions, but it's all good. You guys want to know why? Because I'm about to pull off with this robbery and it's going to be okay. And then UJ is going to hit over the next 2-3 days and it's going to be all right. UJ is going to be a fun one. Okay, I closed my early entries. I'm waiting for that. As soon as they will actually, my early entries, I think, were right here, around 40. So those things going to wick up. Yeah, I wouldn't have had to lose any of those trades had I just moved my stop loss. It says you on demo, 100K demo. Yes, this is a funding challenge. Bro, who is this bitch? Bro, this is crazy. All day. Coming out of my life. They just use the TradingView interface. So this is TradingView. They basically just rob TradingView. It's my first time on the live streams. Can I know what strategy you use? NAS100 Masterclass, December 3rd through the 6th. My Trade Locker just kicked me out and won't let me back in. Is this the same thing with everybody? Yo, does everybody having issues with Trade Locker? Because this is not cool, but I ain't trying to put on a platform. It says you're selling UJ, Emmanuel Ibonola. Bro, do not fucking trade. Get your hand off the trigger, my friend, before you blow your account. I got a clear long position marked off on this chart. My boy's talking about, is it too late to sell? Guys, please, like, do the basics. Do the bare minimum. No matter how bad you guys think your trading is going, at least you're not some of these people. Okay, everybody got kicked out. Everyone got kicked out of Trade Locker. I really shouldn't have refreshed. Says the network is stable. Says Trade Locker always got issues. I'm taking notes for this meeting, y'all. I'm taking notes for this meeting. I'm about to give them hell. I'm gonna be like, look, guys, with all due respect, and don't nobody like this shit. Jermaine said he's still logged in. Are you guys on demo or live? Trade Locker said this morning they were having problems in the Discord. Bruh, come on now. Really? Why every time I try a platform, they always having issues? Okay. At Chart Addicts, we have some issues sometimes where people can't log into the website, but like, we fix those. They're fixable. But it's not like if you don't get in right now, you're gonna miss a trade. Like that's not a place where you can make mistakes. Logging people out is crazy. I've heard not paying people out. I've heard of manipulating spreads and all this stuff. I have never heard of just straight up logging people out. That is nutty. They're running out of ways to take money from folks. Okay, yeah, the hard entry was the one, guys. The hard entry was the one. What? I made some stupido mistakes, but once UJ hits, I think we'll be in the clear. Like that. It was the hard trades. As long as it's valid. What does valid mean is as long as it doesn't close below the daily lows, you're still technically creating a higher floor. So the definition is a higher floor followed by a higher peak. Okay, a higher floor. Actually, sorry. Go like this. Floor, floor, peak, floor, peak. If the body of the candle closes above this floor here, it's still technically creating a higher low, and by definition, it's still bullish. Little technicalities, but this 1 hour candle closes in 18 minutes. This thing could still crash through. Let's not sit here and get a little bit too cocky. Let's not get too overzealous. Let's get back to the interview, though.
And I think give or take, could take 6 months, could take a year and a half. For me, it took me 2 to 2.5 years, but I've also seen people do it in 6 months. And it also took me 2.5 years with counting the time I didn't take it serious. Now, if I count the time where I started journaling, I started paying attention to my trades and started going through the process, probably about a year. Yeah, it's a completely different time. And that's the timeline when you actually,
so crucial. Some of you guys, we talk about how long it takes to be successful, 1 year to 3 years. If you count the time where you're just bullshitting and you don't really have a strategy, then it's going to take a long time. That will be the 3-4 year mark. But from the time that you guys, some of you guys took the masterclass to the time where you really had a plan and started taking it serious, it's right around the corner. He said 1 year, and he was already at the place where he was, where he was successful. Jamal says, it says I can't log in. Jamal, damn, bro. This is fucked up, but I'm not their support staff. So I'd stop messaging the chat and go hit up their support staff ASAP. Think markets wick under the 16,000 to people to hit stop loss. I don't know, bro. Look, we're making it out the trenches piece by piece. Okay, word for word, bar for bar, word for word. We're making it out the trenches.
or starting day one is trading with real capital. Demo trading and all that, I don't care how much you demo trade, how long, it does not count as day one.
Right.
When you trade with real capital, that's when like your day one of trading starts.
So have you seen any patterns for what differentiates how long it takes someone to succeed? Like what makes it so that somebody picks up trading faster than somebody else?
From what I've seen, and I've seen people pick it up in 6 months. I know a few people that have, and I think those people are the ones that are not chasing to make money. They're focused on the process very heavily. Like, how can I improve the process on a week-to-week basis? They're showing up every single day. Like, there's one person I keep referring to. His name is Jay. For 7 months, he was red in trading. But in those 7 months, if I was to ask him, hey, on January 5th, what did you do? He would tell me on January 5th, this was my pre-market game plan. This is what I traded, and this was my summary for the day. He had it all logged. 7 months that happened. 8 months, he starts doing well. 9 or 10 months later, I believe he starts being profitable. This year, I think in July, it was the first week of July or 2 weeks in July, I think he made 50,000 in just 1 week. He made more money in that 1 week than he did in his corporate job a year and a half ago. But the thing with him was he stuck through it. He didn't focus on making money. He created a process. He narrowed down on the process. He narrowed down on himself to know where he needs to improve, right? In terms of how he responds to the way he trades and what he trades. And he took that day by day. And in the long term, that all compounded.
Basically, even if you're losing, as long as you're doing the right things and you're being meticulous about tracking yourself and tracking your progress, you're still headed in that right direction?
Yes and no. It depends how much are you losing. Now, if you have a $2,000 account and on a trade you're losing $500,
right?
It's not sustainable.
Granted, they have good risk management.
Yeah. If you have good risk management, and even if you're losing a little bit of money on a daily basis, you are on the right track as long as you are understanding why you're losing money and what you're trading has a reason behind it. Even if it's not the right reason starts to build as you're more kind of conscious and aware of what you're doing.
So we jumped the gun. We went straight to trading. If we could kind of
no worries.
I just want to get your opinion on two things. One is on the economy today, and two is on markets today. So one, what do you think about the economy today?
So it's very tricky, right? So there's two sides of it. One side is, yeah, we're in a recession, yada, yada, yada. But the problem with the recession is what's in a recession, right? Now, the stock market is not always a direct reflection of the economy. We're in an interesting state because we had very low interest rates. It's not low, the lowest of all time yet. Going from crazy amounts of money printing to then seeing a slow increase not a slow, a very fast increase in inflation, but with also interest rates increasing, causing this recent crash we had. And now the market is seeing inflation slowly cool down. So markets respond to that. My idea right now of the market, and once again, one thing I want to focus on is just because this is my idea today does not mean it can't change in a week from now. There's more data points and more information that may come in a week or 2 weeks or 2 months that will and can and possibly change my outlook. My outlook is I still don't think we have bottomed in the market. I think valuations in the overall market and the world economy are still very high. I do think the market going into the stock market, and obviously that will reflect the crypto market, is going to see another leg down in the upcoming year or maybe the next 16, 18 months. That's what I think. Now, at this current moment, I also don't have any open positions. What I mean by that is I always say, if you don't have a position, your opinion doesn't really hold weight. Right. Now, if I have $1 million short position on the market, now my thesis, like I believe my...
Don't take someone's market hypothesis unless they have money on the line, unless they have skin in the game. Otherwise, it's just an opinion like everybody else, and everyone's got an opinion. So he said, take my opinion with a grain of salt because I haven't put my money where my mouth is. And I love that mindset, especially when it comes to markets.
It's harder to gauge for many reasons. There are some positions I want to take and have a real opinion in and move on that. But at this moment, don't have positions, but I think we have more room to go on the downside.
Can you expand on that whole concept?
I'm waiting for one pullback just so I can move my stop loss to break even because I'm expecting some kind of double bottom here. You guys can see double bottoms, very common. Okay, so I'm expecting some kind of retest before we push up. And then I may enter one more position here if we hold. I might enter one more position, but really what I'm looking for is that retest so I can move my stop loss to break even and then let this trade run ideally till TP 1 and 2. You got that wick sniper, yes, but I'm still at a loss for the day. So the entry is cool and everything, but if you're not making money, it don't matter. So let's see. Once we hit TP 1 and 2, then we can start talking about back and profits and all these things.
It's like skin in the game, where when you actually have skin in the game, your opinion is worth a bit more because you have to stand behind like whatever you're claiming.
Yeah, we see it on social media a lot, right? People be like, I called it. I'm like, you don't get brownie points for calling stuff, right? I don't care about calling stuff. I care about making money on it.
Yeah, Umar, talk that shit.
Than to be like, I called every move that's happened in the past 2 years, but I made no money, right? The thing is, when you have skin in the game and you have capital in the game, your opinion, from an opinion point, hold weight because you believe your thesis, right? Because now if I say, hey, I think the market's going to go down and I have no position, do I really believe it? You know what I mean? Now, if I have an opinion from a psychological aspect, it also impacts my opinion because if I am short in the market and I have a position, mentally it's very easy for me to just look at the market from a short point of view. Like, oh, everything's going to go down. Why is it going to go down? I look for the whys and to justify my opinion. Vice versa, if I start buying or playing the upside, I will look for all opinions or everything that justifies the upside. So when you have skin in the game, that gets adjusted too. Your outlook gets adjusted because now there's real capital at risk, and that starts also affecting your psychology.
Okay, that's perfect. I really appreciate that breakdown.
Yeah, no problem.
So we went through the economy. You said there's a disconnect between the market and the economy.
Yeah.
What do you feel like the markets are doing today? So I know that you mostly trade U.S. equities, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then what do you see the U.S. equities doing today, especially the names that you're looking at?
So because I'm day trading them, from a long-term point of view, I don't care. But then when I go into my long-term portfolio and I want to build long-term positions or swing positions, that's where, it starts mattering to me. Now, when we go off the valuation point of view, the PE for the S&P 500 is at a very high point. I do think the market is factoring some things in, but as the market starts factoring some things in and time goes on, that factor, right, like the way it factors things in, start adjusting, right? So it's like last year, before November, everyone was like, oh, well, this is factored in, that's factored in, inflation's factored in, the war's factored in, right, with Ukraine and Russia. And as time goes on, you start.
Oh, that's a good point, Mike. Yeah, if you guys entered up here, for example, when the market pushes up and goes back to your original entries, in case you guys like set a better stop loss than I did, because I don't, but if you set a better stop loss than me, your entry was right here. When the price pushed up, you could close all your early entries and then just hold the wick. So instead of taking a loss today, if I had moved my stop losses a bit further away, then I could have avoided the loss. And then as it came back up to my early entries here at the 30s and 40s, you could close those. You can close those there. Anyone else still logged out of Trade Locker? This sucks, and my broker isn't responding to me. SMH. Who's your brokers? Call out these brokers, man. Let's see what's going on. Call out these brokers. Let me see who is who. Let me take this information. Let me go see what I can do. I'm not gonna say I can fix this shit. Right? I don't work for these institutions, but I'm gonna put some pressure on these folks using my influence to get them all to act better, bro. People can't be out here missing trades like this. It's unbelievable. I'll bring up all these concerns with Trade Locker. Yeah, KOT. Oh Lord.
People still using KOT?
Stop.
Yo, that marketing is on point. All these people using KOT.
Son.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, bro. Bro, we gotta hire KOT for the masterclass, bro.
Yo.
This is crazy, bro. Oh Lord, I mean, yo, anybody else got a different broker, bro? T-Rex FX.
T-Rex FX.
Nah, Noah's fucking no, he's trolling. I'm telling you, I fuck with Noah, bro. This dude got a yo, son. What should we be using, bro? Oh my god. Yo, the question of questions. I just went through the last stream. We watched Pierce Crosby break down which brokers to use. Okay, hear it from TradingView themselves. Don't take it from me. I'm just a guy with the wick entries and the occasional tight stop loss. All right, Nash Markets. The trade locker sucks. I couldn't even adjust my trade. Can't see anything on my other trades. All right, that's not even a laughing matter, bro. This is criminal activities. I said Nash Markets, Blueberry Markets, Blueberry Markets. Bro, why is that so funny, bro? Yo, this is crazy, bro. These people are City Traders Emporium. That can't be a real broker. Stop it. Stop it. City Traders. Oh no, this might be a real brokerage. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh Lord. I got an ad for Surge Trader. Hell no. No, I'll click it, bro. I'm about to fucking run up that ad spend real quick. Okay, City Traders Emporium, no step funding program. City Traders Emporium. Why does that sound so sketchy, bro? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
That
Okay,
interface looks like it was a class project.
look, anybody who was in these earlier trades, this is your last chance to close the early trades and to hold these ones. It's your last chance. All right, this is like, I'm gonna do this just the same way as Joe Biden. All right, we're gonna do this one step at a time, everybody. You're gonna watch me hashtag build back better. All right, this is the hashtag build back better program. That's what we're gonna do with this account. Part of building back better is taking partial profits and not going for home runs. So as this thing hits pre-specified levels, I'm gonna take some money off the table so I can hashtag build back better. Now let me get back to roasting these fucking brokers that y'all are using. Okay. Deadass, LOL, blueberry markets they regulated and low spreads. Is that a real City Traders Emporium? Just fucking sounds like they sell used suits, bro. City Traders Emporium, bro. Why does it sound like the Halloween store from fucking? Doesn't this golly? Doesn't
Yo,
this sound like the Halloween store for trading?
I'm
That-
pretty sure. I think the guy from Trading Nuts shows the hell out of City Traders Emporium.
And
What's
that
his name?
should tell you everything that you need to know about City.
Yeah, bro. His YouTube channel, he shows the hell out of that.
Yo, fuck out of here, bro.
That interface looks like my capstone project in college, bro.
Bro, I could make that website with my eyes closed. What is that?
Ryan has that website in his files from his freshman year of college.
Bro, streaming was the best fucking thing. It was the best decision of all time. This was the best decision of all time. Oh my god. Lord have mercy. Unfortunately, the best brokers aren't available to US traders Forex specific. Elise, you're 100% right. Now, if you're using Oanda or you're using Forex.com or interactive brokers, you're going to get 1 to 30 leverage or 1 to 50, whatever it is. You don't need more than that. Now, if you want to trade CFDs and you want to trade NAS100, like me, I'm using prop firms. Which prop firm is FTMO? Now, I got handed a free prop firm from Matt Charts. You guys think I'm going to turn down a free 100K challenge? First off, I'll never turn down a challenge. And for 100K, I'll take any challenge, right? And so I'm giving this platform a try, but keep in mind, y'all, I'm FTMO gang all the way. I don't have an affiliate code or nothing for them. They pay. They run a professional service. Their rules are the hardest, but that's the whole point. These people with easy rules, people pass too quick, and then they end up, just deleting their account just because they can't afford to pay them. They're like, oh shit, people are winning. Yeah, dude, you're doing like 5% profit targets and shit. People are going to pass your challenge, and then they're not going to be able to pay out. So the majority of the prop firm space are illiquid Ponzi style operations, insolvent Ponzi style operations. I feel like there's a few that are fully solvent, and the ones that have the hardest rules, right? A lot of people are failing those, but not a lot of people are getting through. They're able to pay people out, long story short. Now, from a legality perspective, you're allowed to trade CFDs on prop firms in America. Why? Here's the cheat code. Because they're not actually taking your trades. It's B-book. And they say it in their terms and conditions that it's all simulated. So if they're not sending your trades to market, you're not actually trading CFDs, which makes it legal. Isn't that crazy? The CEO of City Traders Emporium is a pretty decent guy. I'd recommend reaching out to him and chatting about his firm. To my knowledge, they are legitimate. Okay, look, I want to make one thing clear, Elise and everybody else. The shit that I say on this stream is satire. The way that my mind actually works is I understand nuance and I really do give people a chance. Behind the scenes, I give everybody a chance. So as much shit as I talk, I am doing this challenge live in front of everyone. Why? Because yes, I'll reach out to folks and give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'll also just lay the information out there as honestly as I can, and then just let the chips fall wherever they may. So yes, guys, this is satire. I'm fucking, we're 2 hours into a stream. I'm just literally fucking around. But at least I appreciate the heads up. I will reach out to them. Let me get back to roasting everybody. I'm an equal opportunity. Everybody can get it. The guy, probably great guy. Awesome. Ryan could have made the interface in his sleep. That's a fact. That's an objective fact. That's reality. FTMO really needs to give you your affiliate cut.
I don't want it because it muddies the water. Right? If I'm out here advertising FTMO, and then you guys go to the link in bio, which everybody should, link in bio. You go to the link in bio, and then you see the FTMO code, you'd be like, oh, well, that's why he's promoting FTMO. Not because he actually believes this shit, but because he's getting paid to. Do you guys understand the whole point of this? So I'm literally giving up hundreds of thousands of dollars to prove a fucking point. And that's why traders win. You have fuck you money. I can't advise you to use a VPN. Oof. Oof. I ain't reading that one out loud. That's all you. My frozen funds also pay. I like that. Do you like using Trade Locker? Should not today, bro. They're making me look bad on my streams. I'm out here advertising a platform and everyone's locked out of their accounts. But I'm going to have to blame the broker that you guys are using because the people that got locked out seem to have one thing in common. I'm not going to tell you what kind of broker it was. Okay. Anybody here in Florida? He said at least it's all love. Right, come on, you know we're just fucking around. Anybody here in Florida? But it's cold as shit out here now. I walked outside. I saw people in sweaters. I didn't even know people in Florida own sweaters. So you guys a story. I came down here once in the depths of winter. This was like 2021. First came down here to go check out the FX Summit. Fuck, freezing. I touched down. They're like, come to Miami, come to Miami. Freezing. Okay. I'm in the hotel room. They got the AC blasting. So I'm over here like perplexed. I call into the front desk. How do I turn on the heater in this room? So he's like, a heater? And I was like, yes. Like, I thought there was a language barrier because you guys understand how Miami is. You need to speak 2 languages to live in Miami. You got to have 3 side hustles. Most people decide to do fraud. It's a crazy world out here. 2 languages. I'm calling the lady at the front desk. I said, can I turn on the heater? No. She doesn't understand what I'm saying. I said it 4 or 5 different ways. I'm on Google Translate. I said, ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde? Fuck. ¿Dónde está? My phone's turning off. I can't find the charger. Whatever. I see the room service lady. Room service lady. I said, it's freezing in my room. She says, ¿Qué? I said, oh my God. I said, wait, I have the app. So I pull out the app and I'm doing the ¿Dónde está? I'm trying to basically get this lady to tell me where the heater is. So the whole gist of it is they do not know what a heat is. They went in there and they're trying to tell me, they were trying to explain to me now. They're looking at me like I'm looking at them like there's a language barrier. They're understanding me full well. They're like, buddy, you want something to make it hot in the room? They're like, we don't do that here in Florida. Like, we don't have a heater. Like, we don't have heaters. Like, you want a blanket? I said, bro, there's a blanket on the bed. It's a hotel. I'm talking about you guys got the AC blasting. She's like, you can turn it off. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. How do I turn it off? She was like, oh, actually, you can't turn it off. I just threw my shit, bro. I said, this is fucked up. All right, I appreciate you guys listening to my story. All right. They don't do heaters down here. People don't do sweaters. But I walked outside today, right? Because I live in a great area now. And I was walking around and there was, when you see the yoga mats and the dogs being walked, and I was just out here living my best life. And people were just, here's how you know it's cold. You guys ready? They put they put the shit on the dog. They put the sweater on the dog. They're so cold, they put the sweater on the dog. They're like, everybody's warm. All of it is warm, right? So this is how cold it was this morning. People walked out. He said, it's a little nippy outside. Feels like we haven't had winter in 3 years. He said, you want to see cold? Come to Canada. I don't want to see cold. And so that's why I'm not going to Canada. What? Did anyone get back in? Me. My guy, I did. But now I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is not looking too hot. This is not looking too hot. What I see for this is one more wick through if it's gonna come up. Things are about to get a little messy here. Okay. As soon as we climb back above and we break back above the OG entry, I'm gonna put my stops and break even. But I would have felt a lot better if this candle had closed above the Asia range. If this 1 hour candle had closed above the Asia range and we had a new floor, then we would have just seen a little retest in and then continuation. But no, this thing might want to come all the way down and create a wick
and then fill all the way up. It is. It says, you said no entiendo. Yeah, bro. I just say que. And then I'll just like start a conversation and I expect people to finish my sentence. This is how I've been able to get away with not speaking Spanish in Miami. I'll just be like, ¿Dónde está? And then I'll just kind of like make a hand motion and I'll just say, and I'll just hit words like para, and then they'll just fill in the blank. They'll be like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Just point to some shit. I'm like, oh, yeah. That's exactly. They're like, oh, el baño? I'm like, oh, yeah. I'll hit like the bathroom pose. I'm like, ¿Dónde está el? You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh.
Yo,
That's how you got to do it, bro.
What's the bathroom pose? Please enlighten us.
Son, put a 1 in the chat if I should fire Gali today, bro. Put a 1 in the chat.
Bro,
Put a
you
1
set
in the
yourself
chat.
up for that one.
Put a
man.
2 in the chat if I should give Gali a raise, bro. Put a 1 in the chat if Gali's getting fired. Put a 2 in the chat if Gali's getting a raise today. This is crazy, bro.
That was too easy.
Crazy. Dude, I've been on the stream for 2 hours, man. I can't be held liable for anything. None of it. Oh my God. All right, Walter. I know enough to know what that means, brother. All right. I know enough to know what that means. You're trying to get me in trouble. He says, what is the bathroom pose? Why don't you mind your business, artiste? Says trade locker is down is down. How are you trading? Well, look, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I feel like I have special privilege. I feel like they gave me a special account because I'm special and I'm different. But in all reality, I have no clue. What broker are you using? Yo, Gali, it looks like you're about to own Chart Addicts by the end of the stream. I was racking up equity, bro. Oh no.
Shout out to the chat.
Bro. Yo, he said, give my boy a raise. Yo, you guys are crazy, son. Y'all are crazy. Bro, even people in the Zoom chat, Noah says W Gali too. He went in there, he put 1 in the YouTube and 1 in the Zoom, son. Y'all are crazy. Oh my God. Yo, bro. Yo. He said, bro, the Delts pose is going crazy. All right, first off. But also, all right, W Gali's in the chat, man. W Gali's in the chat. Gali, you ain't getting a fucking dime, all right? Y'all think I'm about to sit out here and just get disrespected on a stream? I'm out here putting in my blood, sweat, and tears for this shit. I'm about to give him a raise because the chat said so. Y'all got to understand one fucking thing. We're all friends and shit. No. I make the final decisions when it comes to this. And I'm telling y'all right now, I am not going to get bullied and then give someone a raise. It sounds like a stupid habit to reward. This sounds like a very stupid reward system. I'm going to reward Gali for coming up with zingers. Because do you guys know what happens? Is that we do things that we're consistently rewarded for. So what do you guys think Gali's going to end up doing? Just fucking terrorizing me. He's going to move next door and just put up a van outside with just fucking roasts. The ones that didn't make it to the stream. He just fucking puts them on a slideshow. Struggler says he's pretty new here. That's a weird name, bro. Struggler said, I'm pretty new here, but it sounds like you've been here a long time. Said Struggler. Lord have mercy. Any UFC fans here? Let me get a demographic sort of understanding of who I'm talking to. We got about 200 something people. Let me get a percentage thing. Put a 1 in. Oh no, we can't do numbers here. Yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you guys are UFC fans. Anybody here watch UFC? Anybody here watches UFC at all? UFC fans in here. He says Rojas. Okay, what are we doing here? What broker has NAS100? FTMO has US100, and the chart is slightly different. Oh, Lord have mercy, man. This is why we need the masterclass. Bro, what are we doing here? My friend, those are both the same instrument, my friend. Okay, we got a few UFC fans, just a couple. Let me just ask it a different way because I'm gonna have to ask like 15 different questions. What sports do y'all watch? Like, what is like the #1 sport?
because I don't really watch sports anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching a bunch of grown men throwing a rubber ball at a net. How the fuck did you miss? You got one job. How the fuck did you miss? Right? They got the rubber ball in a net. All of them got something in common. Rubber ball in a net. Hella rules. People faking it and crying. A lot of rules. A lot of rules. A lot of stoppages. Hella ads. Am I getting this right? A lot of crying, right? A lot of faking it. So I don't really watch sports like that, but I watch UFC because there's none of that. We can actually have a consistent game. They say hockey on TV is whack. Hockey in person, oof, that's different. Hockey in person sounds crazy. Says any combat sport, not any, right? Some of them boring as shit. You watching jujitsu, bro? Are you watching combat jujitsu? It says football all day. Bunch of grown men running around in plastic headgear. My boy got the helmet gang. It's like, no, I'm fucking around. I do not want beef with anybody in the NFL community. I love the hard work and dedication it takes to be a great player at any sport. But let's be completely real. $100 million to kick around a rubber ball is atrocious. That's absolutely unbelievable. Right? I understand they're the same, but the charts aren't identical on TradingView. Liquidity can be taken in one while it doesn't in the other. There's a few pip differential. So like the quoted price on Oanda right here is 1640. On this chart, it's 1638 or 1639. On FTMO, it's 1636. Just shift everything 4 or 5 points. And then just find a price feed that aligns the best with whatever you're trading. You're trading FTMO, right? Yeah, bro. It's the same. Oh, guys, we would have been in deep profit on all the original positions. Ain't that something? Okay, GME missing out FML. GME. I don't know. All right, we're getting pretty close here to that TP1. UJ still chilling in some drawdown. All right, I'll let you guys make the choice. Close partials or just move stops to break even. Let me see. Put a 1 for close partials only. Put a 2 for stop loss and break even. Number 1, close partials and put stop loss and break even. Number 2, just move your stop loss. I'll let you guys make the choice here. Would I consider Formula One a sport? Yes, because it has something very, very, because like UFC fighting and Formula One have something very, very, very closely in common with trading. Right now, trading, if I get too distracted, it's 100 miles an hour into a wall, you're going to fuck up the account. So right now, those stop losses, whatever, I'm doing too many things. A Formula One driver cannot stream and do Formula One. You are one blink of an eye away being obliterated into the wall. Same with UFC. You blink once and you're on the floor, you're in an ambulance on the way home, you're seeing Tweety Bird. Okay? In trading, you blink once, you could be making a fatal mistake if you over leverage or you do something that's not, you know what I'm saying? So I do consider it a sport, and they're all sports, but some sports are goofy. You got people rocking another man's name on their shirt, right? You got another man's name on your back. That's crazy. Your wife rocking another man's name on her back, bro. That's nuts, bro. That's nuts. That's crazy. Can you check the UJ trade? No, man. It's a swing trade. Namaste. Namaste. Let it run. Trust the process. Okay, I appreciate all of you guys for your insight, but I just wanted to be clear. I'm gonna make the fucking decisions because this is my account. But I do appreciate everyone's input. I'm actually not gonna look at the input because I'm not gonna allow it to impact my bias. What I'm gonna do is wait for my predetermined targets that I've set here, But I do appreciate all of you guys for chiming in and for giving your God honest opinion. I'm going to protect the trade right now. And then let the rest run. Now, it could hit my stop loss or my stop profit before running more, which is okay. And that's the risk that I'm willing to take here. That is the risk that I'm willing to take. But I do see a nice double bottom before this thing continues to push. So that is a possibility. If that's a possibility, we finna break through. We're looking good. We are looking good. All right. I'll take the partials and the break even. That's my final decision. Because if it comes down for a double bottom and I get kicked out, I just missed out on a what, like $150, whatever it is. That could have put me back at break even or whatever. Namaste. Take some profits just because 30 minutes downtrend. Shouldn't have read that. Now I just want to do the opposite. You feel what I'm saying? How do we do this? All right. Trade is protected almost. Now it is. Yeah, because of that, I'm just going to hold this thing. Imagine I let another man tell me what to do with my account. That's crazy. It's just taking those partials. Do what you need to do based on the rules of your account, people. Do what you need to do. All right? I'm not here to take part in this little game. I'm here to take over this entire fucking thing. You understand? So the only way to do that is to really trust the analysis. And you know what I'm saying? If I got to let this thing run, if I got to let it come back, these are the risks. You watch boxing? Oof. Maybe you do have what it takes to be a trader, Nathan. If you can sit there and watch that boring ass shit, then my friend, you have what it takes. Same with baseball. If you guys have what it takes to watch baseball, you can be a great swing trader. I'm gonna pull partials only because I really gotta get my ass off the stream here. I gotta get my ass to the gym. I did not go to the gym this morning, but if you guys are asking for my morning routine, usually wake up before the sun, get my ass outside. I try not to drink caffeine before I go to the gym in the morning, but like, let's be completely real. I crush about a third of the bang energy. This is real. This is true. This happens. I'll have a mass gainer shake, and then I'll take my ass to the gym. I'll have a boxing workout for about 20 minutes. Hard boxing workout, really just getting the sweat and getting the blood pumping. I come back here, take a shower, get ready. Sometimes don't take a shower if I'm running a bit late. Sit my ass in this chair. We live trade and stream. This is my excuse that I don't have to do any administrative work and it's productive and I get to live trade, but I get to do it in front of all of you guys. So it's a 2-for-1. It's a 3-for. Make content, get to see all your beautiful faces, and also obviously make money. We all make money together. Okay. And I get to trade. This is my trading time for 2 hours in the day. Then I hop off and then I have to basically reset my brain, get ready for the day. Between 1 and 5 p.m., I'm doing administrative work. And then between 5 to about 9:30, I'm doing coaching. And then from 9:30 to 11, it's basically just wrapping up for the day, getting ready for the next day, winding down, educational stuff, audiobooks. You guys get the drill. Getting ready for the work. Okay.
How much you weighing these days, Roy?
But I'm jumping up and down from 197 to 201. And it doesn't make any sense. I had a whole pizza and a Ben & Jerry's 2 nights ago, and I woke up 3 pounds lighter. Where did it go, Ryan? Where the fuck did it go?
Hey, I don't know, but my boy's eating good.
We have to, bro. It's this mass gainer shake, man. It's this mass gainer. I'm getting this mass gainer shake. I'll put a scoop of that. I don't put the whole 2 scoops, which is 1,200 calories. Ridiculous. But it's too much sugar, too many carbs. So I put 1 scoop, and then I'll put a scoop of protein powder just to add that in there. A whole banana, peanut butter, almond milk. Shake it up, get that bitch popping. That thing is like 2,000 calories. And I'll have about 2 of those a day, along with my meals as a supplement.
So you're eating 4,000 calories in shakes plus meals.
Well, I mostly stick to protein in my actual meals.
And so this is where I get the rest of the calories. Feel me? So I am eating like 4,000 calories a day, but that's because I was at 180 something and I had to start bulking up. And, you know, but I do a lot of cardio. Dude, I walk 13,000 steps a day. Because I keep my phone or I keep my wristwatch on me while I'm doing the boxing workout. So it's tracking my foot movements and it's doing my all my workout routines. Somebody tell me in the chat, 13,000 steps a day. How many miles is that? How many miles is 13 steps?
A little over 10,000 is giving 5 miles.
Bro, I'm sorry, but you sound like you're talking to me
Pretty
through a
good.
TI calculator. I need you to get to an area where there's some it sounds like a singular it sounds like one of those AT&T commercials. But can you hear me now? Ryan, are you with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. That's crystal clear.
I said you're probably walking like 7 miles almost, 6-7 miles. That's really good, dude.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It
So if
is.
I
That's-
stop doing cardio, I'd basically bulk up in like a week.
I mean, like non-existent cardio, like just sedentary completely.
Dude, the boxing workouts are insane. The kickboxing workouts are nuts. It's a lot of calories burnt in there, bro. You're just out
Yeah,
there
it
like
makes-
constantly moving, you're constantly working. It's like it's a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's the majority of the cardio, right? You get a lot of steps on doing that. Would you say?
100%. That's where most of it is.
That's good. That's good because it's fun cardio. It's not like just walking, you know, like running down the road, which is, you know, depending on who you are, you might like that. But
No, but I do
I'm not
walk
one of
though.
those
You
people.
know,
I don't
I
like to
walk
just
to the
run.
gym. I walk to the gym. I walk and if it's less than okay, if it's half a mile or less, I feel like a dickhead for walking. Or I feel like a dickhead for driving. Now the thing is, a lot of people be like, "Well, Roy, you should be saving your time and being more efficient, whatever." But if you can't walk like 0.4 miles with the quickness, go get your shit and come back. Then one day, bro, I might lose access to my legs. I'm gonna fucking use this up. Well, first off, is the pump kind of OD right now? Oh shit. Is the pump kind of crazy? Okay, Brian Tang says this chat is the best contrarian indicator. I told you, bro, do the opposite of everybody. Like, imagine I let people tell me what to do with my account. It's crazy. Is nuts. He said it's an art to hit them and not get hit yourself. Guys, this is my money maker, and I'm not talking about my genius brain. I'm talking about my beautiful face here. So no, I'm not trying to get hit. I do not get hit. However, I do, I do sometimes expose myself to some lethal shots because I'm more focused on kind of protecting up here. You know what I'm saying? Last time, bro, I ate a fucking there's like amateur UFC fighters and people who are fighting amateur MMA trying to get into the UFC there. So we're just doing sparring rounds. Dude, I ate a liver shot. I ate a liver kick that was so, but it was unnecessary. But it was in the right timing. I took a deep breath and I went to go throw a hook and I just left myself wide open because I was trying to reach for it because this guy was pissing me. So I went to reach for it and I got fucking kicked right here in the liver. And I sat there. I felt like I was going to throw up. And so I couldn't breathe the rest of the training session. This was in the first round. I'm like, I ain't no bitch. So I'm out there training again and I just can't move. I'm sitting there I'm like the flailing inflatable tube men? You know the flailing inflatable, the ones they put outside of the car dealerships? I felt like that. I was just out here trying to dodge this movement. You feel me? Why don't you just do BCAA pre-workout for instead of what? BCAA pre-workout instead of what? Because look, I'll be honest, this has BCAA amino acids. This is why, okay, can I give you guys my argument? This is why I should be a representative for Bang Energy. Here's why. This is why this is a superior caffeine source. You're not going to catch me dead drinking a fucking Monster or Rain or any of that bullshit or Prime, right? Imagine I fucking support Logan Paul and KSI, the cancer of the youth. The cancer of the youth. Whatever. This might give me cancer, but at least it's not giving cancer to the youth. You understand me? Now listen, this has super creatine, which is just creatine. Okay, why? Because caffeine is something known as a diuretic, which means that you're basically expelling a lot of things that your body doesn't need. You're peeing a lot, you got to sweat a lot. So creatine does the opposite. Because it's a salt, it allows you to retain water. So by that very function right there, you don't have to pee as much. You're not sweating as much. Immediately makes it better. Now you have BCAAs in here, which obviously amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. And so this basically allows you to not lose muscle while you're out here spazzing out, doing whatever you got to do. Ultra CoQ10. CoQ10 is part of a supplement class called nootropics. Nootropics are given to people who are experiencing degenerative brain function. Okay, so you guys, there's Huperzine A, CoQ10, some of these other supplements. That alone gives you some type of mental clarity and sharpness. So it's not like it's not like caffeine, which basically just makes you feel not tired. All caffeine is it acts on your adenosine system, which is basically a buildup of this thing in your brain that basically starts making you feel tired. You're sending signals, the signals ain't reaching where they're supposed to. It just, the buildup of this adenosine is there. Caffeine gets in the way of that. You don't feel tired. It doesn't send the signal that you're tired to yourself, but you're still not any more awake. CoQ10, mental clarity, nootropics, look it up. I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm just some guy with WIC entries. So don't take anything I say seriously, but do your own research. You might figure out that there's some validity, some of this information. So let's compare. Fucking mud juice, right? 300 years. Fucking the only reason that shit really popped off again is because Starbucks made it big. Okay, boom. All right, Howard Schultz. Is it Howard Schultz, the CEO? Okay, billionaire. He made it. Congratulations. Bang Energy, superior caffeine, amino acids, creatine, CoQ10, and 3 different kinds of caffeine so that they're basically releasing at different increments. Some of them release a little bit shorter acting, some of them longer acting, so you don't have that crash after. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I need the sponsorship. And if you guys discontinue all my favorite flavors, I'm done. I'm bashing Bang Energy. Okay, I'm just a guy with WIC entries. I'm nothing. Aloe vera is very good to stay hydrated. Aloe vera, a W almond milk. What's happening in the chats right now? Trade Locker is back up and running. It's crazy. We have 175 concurrent viewers and 175 likes. That's unbelievable to me. Actually, it's very believable because these streams are popping now. You guys, we made it out the trenches. We had the 50 to 75 views. You guys know who you are. And now we up here, we're getting hundreds and hundreds of views. And then soon enough, we'll get 500, 700 views. And then soon enough, I'm about to be viral because I'm way more entertaining than almost anybody on the internet today, but definitely more entertaining than anybody in the Forex space. That's not even a dig at anybody. That's more of just an objective reality of the situation, right? And so soon enough, you guys will see. And it's not possible unless I'm literally also unbelievably technically skilled at trading NAS100, one of the best NAS100 technicians, while simultaneously being this entertaining. Shouldn't be fair, but it somehow is. Because one of these things I learned to do, all right? And it was the trading one. The being obnoxious one, I figured out myself, all right? That one's natural. All right, everybody. How we doing? Are we back in profits? Guys, if you're in this trade, at least shout out your entries, just so I can see who's in this and who's not. Who is in this trade and who's not. Do 2 things. Number 1, shout out where you're from so I can see the diversity in the stream. And number 2, let me know what your entry is if you guys are in this trade and you still took, you're still in this trade. Because look at this wick on the 4 hour. Look at that wick. Got me here cracking up. Should get t-shirts done with I'm just a guy with WIC entries. No. How my wicks taste is going to be the shirt that we're coming out with. It's going to be how my wicks taste, or how my pips taste. We got the Forex version, and then we have the NASDAQ version. It's how my wicks taste, and then we have size matters, and it's going to be just a picture of a trade, like candle. You know what I'm saying? Size matter. We got the shirts coming out here very soon. They're already in production. I got the first couple, but I can't wear them yet because we're trying to roll this out correctly. But let me know what your entry is and where you guys are tuning in from. That was 3 jokes in about 10 seconds. You're welcome.
Few of those went over your head. Guys, sometimes I go back and watch these streams and I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? But then I hear some zingers and I'm like, dog, like, put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game. I don't know what game. We might be in the game right now. Tons of money on the line, tons of high stakes, but I just want to be in the game. Robin's Cup. But let me stream. Yo, if the Robin's Cup let me stream, I'd fucking do it. $10,000 entry, I'm in. They would have to let me stream, and I would get in everybody's head. Holy shit. Excuse my language. No, seriously, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if Robin's Cup lets me stream, 100% I'm buying in. 100%. And I'm winning the cup. I got you guys with me. Fuck out of here, bro. I'm about to. Yo, they would never let that happen. Ever. In all of existence, let that happen. At least if they knew what was good for them. We got 25 and 35. There we go, Cliffco. Toronto, Canada, Northern California, Honduras. Lesman, you're from Honduras, bro, and you got a better entry than me at 16-16. Yes, sir. Steph said Seattle, Miami, Biscayne. Oh, Reginald's in Miami. Yo, we got North. I'm in North Miami. Yes, sir. Caribbean. Which part of the Caribbean, bro? The Caribbean is not a country or a city. U.S. Oh, this band's on the or Chelsea's on the run. She said the Caribbean area. I said United States. Don't fucking ask where. U.S. 30 trades. Okay, good stuff. Been holding this trade when we first entered. I closed one position in profit and have the other one running. Good stuff, John. We got Jamaica in the house. Rory Kelly says 1621. There we go. My guy Dwayne 1625. Dwayne, we gotta talk, man. Dwayne, we gotta talk. There's some oof. I got 3 positions. Elise, there we go. Elise, I don't even want to ask your entries because you were talking about we don't need a wick entry. We don't need wick entries. We don't need wick entries. I have a strong feeling you got a wick entry. And so I'm not going to ask. I'm going to preserve the rest of my ego for the rest of this session. Okay. West Virginia. David Howard in West Virginia, 1623. What up, David? LA, 1615. I'm sorry for you. Get out of LA while you can. You're getting rigged on the taxes on everything that you're doing right now. We got New York, 1618. Okay. Okay, putting on for New York. Okay, Jacques Olivier. We got 1629 and 1620. We got another Miami. Yo, how many people in here are from Miami? Why are we not doing meetups? Is Enigma FX signals good? The answer is 100% they are, but don't expect like what we're doing here, which is every single day trading. It's more of swing trading, and you got to wait for these moves to play out. So understand what to expect. Yo, some of these places are crazy. Peru, Germany, Tanzania. Peru, another Peruvian. You closed by accident. Homie, what? I assume too late to enter. But if you got to ask, man, from Virginia, I told you guys, man, this is why I left Virginia, because of questions like this. Frederick, I would highly recommend to take the NAS100 masterclass. Head over to our website, hit live classes, watch other people and what they said about it, make a decision based on what you're seeing in front of your eyes with this strategy running right in front of your eyes, and then go out here and look at the entry price at 1613, measure it and say, damn, we're about 50 points away from the entry. If I entered right now, it's a 4-to-1 trade that we're holding. If I enter late, it's a 1-to-1 trade. Is it too late to enter? You tell me, my boy. You want to be stuck in drawdown for the next 2 hours? No. So we got Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa. Holy got a lot of Miami. Definitely more entertaining than anyone else doing lives this long. Bro, who can keep people entertained for 3 hours while we're making money? Make trading is boring. I understand. Right? I got 4 accounts running. I got my phone in front of me. I'm cracked out on this screen right now, but we are getting it done. We've gone through fundamentals. I did talk shit about City Traders Emporium. I'm sorry, right? Not the worst webpage. I actually have seen worse. I literally have seen worse. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. How are we looking on UJ? UJ, gonna play around here for a bit. We'll come back and check on that one. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna update everybody in the Chart Addicts group chat once it hits TP 1s and 2s and 3s and whatnot. So we'll keep you guys posted. I'm about to go hit the gym before a bunch of my meetings. If we have a coaching session today, let me see. Hold on now. I got meetings today. Just have one. Oof. With my guy, I was about to cancel it, brother. I was about to cancel it because I got to do some prep work for this weekend. But you, my dude, not two-step. We got to move this one. You know you're my guy, but we got to move this one to tomorrow. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, bro, it's all good. I appreciate that in advance.
For sure. Do you want to do shit? You want to do tomorrow same time, or you want to do 8:30 or 8 p.m. and once you get back from work and all that?
Yeah, like 8:30 sounds like a good time.
Okay, let's do that. Here, I'm about to just move it right now. Appreciate you, my dude. Yes, sir. Perfect. All right, y'all. We're about 60, 50 points in profit. It was up and it was down. Y'all, I did lose some money on some trades. Let's keep it a stack. I did lose some money on some trades unnecessarily, about 0.5% plus another 300. So 0.7%, maybe slightly more, maybe even 0.8%. Gave back a lot of profits. But you only build back from a loss with responsible decisions, and you do it piece by piece. You understand? So we're still in positive between yesterday and today. We're still making strides towards being back in profits. And I'm going to recover this. I'm going to recover this in about one trade. All right. So as it hits all these different take profits, I'll be shaving partials. And then the two runners that I'm still holding, this one, which is floating about $100, and then this one, I'm going to let those continue to run up to new highs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where I will close some partial profits and then keep the show on the road. You only build back one piece, build back better. Hashtag build back better. Tell a friend, NAS100 bootcamp is going to be this weekend. You guys got the promo code is BANG25. Use the promo code. It expires tomorrow morning. Make sure you guys tell a friend about these streams. Put it in your group chats. Let them know that we're live every morning. New York Market Open. I'm your host, Roy Dunya, co-founder, Chart Addicts. Take it easy. Happy and safe trading. Peace.